3 games back of the Cardinals. So again, that's the closest thing right now to a game that could impact the Cardinals at all. Cardinals are a half game back of the Diamondbacks for the final wild card spot in the National League. So a notable game today between these two teams as the Cardinals attempt to leapfrog back over the Diamondbacks. The voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, he is back, and he'll be joined by Ricky Horta and Mike Claiborne for the broadcast. Ricky will give you all the information on the starting lineups and also the pitching matchup coming up in just a moment.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Rice with a 2-out RBI double to right field in the first inning. Driven deep to right field. Going back rally. Track. Wall. See ya. Ben Rice red hot with a solo home run. Yankees lead 5-2.
The look of a hitter who is locked in early in the season.
And Ben Rice is, I can't believe it, his first home run of the season, 427 feet. It takes the sails out of what's going on in the dugout. That makes a big difference that the first batter came up and immediately gets one of the runs back.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter, 2 outs into the 9th, and he'll have to face Carlos Baerga. And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? Just follow his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
A little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
With Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. By your quality Ford dealers. Check out the all-new Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 49 years. By Schnucks, the friendliest stores in town. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. By Shelter Insurance. Shelter offers great rates and award-winning service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. By Explorer St. Louis. Learn all about the great things to do in St. Louis. Visit explorerstlouis.com. By Central Bank, the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. And by the Painting and Decorating Foundation. Visit stlouispdf.org to learn more. Now, St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
Welcome to St. Louis Cardinals baseball from Busch Stadium, downtown St. Louis. It's the Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks, a one-off game today, as this game was originally rained out, so it's been rescheduled for this afternoon. The Diamondbacks in town just for one day before the Cardinals start a nice long homestand after a rough road trip for the Cardinals that actually ended well. They were able to beat the Angels last night to go 2-4 on the road trip. It really was a terrific game, well-pitched game by both teams. It was Reed Detmers, who's from the area, from Southern Illinois, and he was up against Hunter Dobbins, who was terrific. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits and no runs for the Cardinals, did not walk a batter, and struck out 5. And the Cardinals, who had lost 10 out of 14, were able to come up with a 1-0.
Oh, I got Soto. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday, just wait.
Jackson Holiday's good.
Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now.
Yeah, Tony Gwynn. All-star, that's good. That's
Spring
a good
break.
card.
Oh, these are like real ones.
There's gum in it.
87, baby. These are.
This gum's from
Is this actually
1987?
from 87?
Go ahead, take a piece of that's 1987.
Oh my God, that is gum.
It's gum.
I'm not taking a bite of it.
I'm not taking a bite of it either.
That's going to be a fair ball for Cianfrocco. He's going to get at least a double. There's that tough corner. Throw coming in. It's way over. I don't know what happened. It might have hit the stands, and the Padres have scored a run on that play.
Watch this. He goes down, picks it up, and he gets a piece of paper between the ball and his fingers.
That's the weirdest play I've seen in forever.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say. Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
CoverStCharles.com.
Produced in cooperation with Visit Missouri.
Summer is here, and that means Cardinals baseball, backyard barbecues, and a little well-deserved me time. Make it even better with delicious Prairie Farms flavored milk. Our single-serve flavor options are unmatched. Try rich peanut butter chocolate, indulgent salted caramel, or smooth classic strawberry. There's a flavor for everyone to enjoy. Look for Prairie Farms single-serve bottles of flavored milk at your favorite grocer or convenience stores. Then visit prairiefarms.com for recipes and exclusive coupons. Locally made, naturally delicious. Prairie Farms flavored milk.
Hey St. Louis, looking for the ultimate experience for your little Cardinals fan this season? Step up to the plate and make even more Cardinals memories with Build-A-Bear Workshop in Ford Plaza at Busch Stadium, before or during the game. Kids of all ages can make a St. Louis Cardinals stuffed animal to watch the game with and take home. For even more fun, check out their other area locations at Union Station, St. Louis Galleria, West County Center, or the ultimate party destination, Build-A-Bear Adventure in Chesterfield. Build-A-Bear Workshop. It's the stuff you love.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, good form, head down, looking at the, path of the ball, swing, the bad front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
He dives and makes the catch and brings Fenway to its feet, because he always does.
Slides, and he's got it. What a catch by Eli. That saved the day.
In his parody, he makes a sliding catch. Makes the play. The throw is in time to get the out. On the warning track, he reaches up. A fine running grab by Jorge Barosa.
You get spoiled watching a guy cover ground the way he does. Spectacular catch.
He got it! He hung with the play right at the wall. Harris on his horse, and he makes the catch. Throw to third, tag out. Wow. Back to first. I said I like double plays, boom.
One of the wildest, wackiest double plays you'll ever see.
Down the third baseline, there's Ortiz. Plants the foot, fires across, picked by Bowers. Emerson able to get to it, pop up, and throw a missile to first base. Diving catch. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness.
For him. So there's your lineups. First pitch from Busch Stadium comes up next. Cardinals have taken the field. We're just about ready for baseball. It'll be Michael McGreevy will try to figure out the Diamondbacks lineup. They've been playing very good of late. They're a half game ahead of the Cardinals now in the wild card race in the National League, and that's going to be really interesting over the next 5 to 6 weeks as there are several teams now in that hunt. And the Diamondbacks, of course, won 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals in the desert, including a really tough game for the Cardinals where the Diamondbacks had their biggest come-from-behind victory in the history of their organization, and we'll try to forget about that. I haven't quite yet. But the Cardinals hoping to win this one-game series here. Just a makeup of a rainout game earlier, and big changes in the lineup, by the way, on the Diamondback side. I'll go through it quickly. Corbin Carroll will still be in right field. He'll bat first now. Perdomo, the shortstop, hits second. Gabriel Moreno moves up to third. So 7 different people in 7 different places here as Ketel Marte is out with back stiffness. So it'll be Moreno, then Kepler, Del Castillo, Tawa, Vargas, Locklear, and Waldschmidt, and we'll clue you in on that more as we move along. The first pitch sponsored by Rawlings, the official baseball of Major League Baseball, and here's the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, for that pitch.
All right, great to be back home, Ricky?
You bet it is.
Here we go. Opening up a homestand with a makeup game, and the first pitch is taken high by Corbin Carroll. 78 degrees at 4:15 Central. Right on time for the first pitch of our makeup game. The final game of the season series between the two. And a curveball catches the outside corner. A strike called on Corbin Carroll. Carroll is 5 for his last 28 with a couple of home runs, 3 RBIs. He started to swing the bat a little bit better toward the end of the series last weekend. The pitch. A swing, and there's a high fly ball down the left field line. Nootbaar on the run. He's under it, makes the catch. Carroll is out. That's the way our game begins today at Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis.
Michael McGreevy, a 7-pitch pitcher, and I think he has been as consistent, Ollie Marmol saying that before the game today, as consistent as anybody in the Cardinals staff. The ERA and now under 3, but he's been really good at making in-game adjustments, I think. He does not kind of give up that big inning like a lot of Cardinal pitchers have had this year. He's pretty good at stopping the bleeding.
Here's Perdomo. He takes a strike. Geraldo Perdomo batting .237, 82 hits, 7 home runs. He has 36 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Michael McGreevy, who goes into the windup and the one-strike pitch. Taken a little bit high and outside. Jimmy Crooks is behind the plate today. Blaze Jordan at first. J.J. Weatherholt at second. Mason Wynn up the middle at shortstop. Off the line, a step behind the grass at third, Jose Fermin. Dupar's in left, Church in center, Jordan Walker in right field. And a breaking pitch is down and in. The count goes to 2-1 on Geraldo Perdomo. He's 26 years old, from the Dominican Republic. A 20 home run season last year with 100 RBIs. 7 home runs this year, 36 driven in. He swings and misses. McGreevy took a little something off that one. Had just a little late break to the slider.
Slider and changeup are his swing and miss pitches, especially the changeup. He's really perfected that.
The 2-2 pitch for Perdomo. A foul ball rolling over to the Cardinal dugout on the first base side. The field is in great shape here in St. Louis. The weather absolutely terrific. Low humidity. And the fans still filing in for this makeup game. 78 degrees at first pitch. We have the wind blowing from right to left field. A swing and a foul ball. That goes off to the left, keeping the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Reds will be in here tomorrow. Then the Cubs. We'll have 4 games against the Cubs to wrap up the homestand. There's a pitch outside. McGreevy threw the changeup just off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. McGreevy with the sign from Crooks by way of pitch com. Crooks puts down the target, the pitch. Taken high, and that's a ball 4 and a walk to the number 2 hitter in the lineup.
You don't get too many of those from McGreevy. He only had 1 walk his last time out. Actually pitched really well against the Diamondbacks. Struck out 5 and really could have been the winning pitcher in that game. The Cardinals ended up having to win it in the 9th inning, but that was the sacrifice fly by Ivan Herrera. That was that particular game. But I think he has been really good at pounding the strike zone.
As he does right there with a strike to right-handed batting, Gabriel Moreno. Moreno batting with a runner at first. The infield at double play depth, and McGreevy gets his share of ground balls. Let's see what happens here with the right-handed batter up, hitting very well at .302. 7 homers, 34 RBIs. He's doing the catching today. Pickoff throw to first. Late tag put down by Blaze Jordan. Perdomo has 16 stolen bases, yet he has been caught 9 times. Perdomo off to a lead. Wearing those bright lime green spikes today. The pitch. A swing and a line drive into right field, a base hit. Perdomo is going to make third. Walker's throw goes into second, a wide turn by Moreno. And they're in business. The Diamondbacks with runners at first and third and 1 out.
I've seen that play before from Moreno, that line drive the other way. He did that several times in the last series, just taking the pitch the other way and hitting it kind of on the line right to the right center field gap. Maybe 3 or 4 hits he's had now against the Cardinals in that direction.
Here's the guy who won the game last Sunday with a double in extra innings, Max Kepler. Kepler has 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, playing in his 18th game with the Diamondbacks. He had to sit out a suspension after playing for Philadelphia last year, and then recently joining on with the Dbacks. Ground ball right back to McGreevy to second out. Win to first, double play. 1, 6, 3.
My favorite double play, John.
I thought it was 1, 2, 3.
Well, this is my second favorite. It's my favorite double play today.
Well, it's the best double play I've seen so far. And we go to the bottom of the first. Arizona.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection at the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Energy saving tips. Visit Amarin.com/tips.
Don't forget your favorite Lay's. Perfect sidekick to your game day. No matter if you're cheering for our St. Louis Cardinals from the stands or hosting the ultimate game day throwdown with your crew, there's a Lay's flavor to go with it. Lay's, proud partner of your St. Louis Cardinals.
Whenever water damage strikes your home or business, call on the cleanup and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
The Cardinals lost a 5-3 game on Saturday at Arizona. And Font was the winning pitcher. He was charged with 2 of those runs, but it looked like the Cardinals were going to get to him when the bullpen then came on to keep the Cardinals from overcoming a 5-0 lead. Here's a pitch that's taken in for a strike by J.J. Weatherholt.
Fought one of those guys that doesn't throw overly hard 93, but he's sneaky. The way he throws, he's got kind of a low three-quarter delivery, hides the ball well.
The next pitch is swung on, and there's a high chopper toward the second baseman. The flip to first. Say at first base. Close play with Locklear extending the glove on the stretch, and the second baseman Vargas just flipping with the glove.
We talk about so many things about J.J. Weatherholt, the power that he has for a young player. The defense has been extraordinary, but his speed's really good too. That's a part of his game.
Well, a game-winning home run yesterday, a 1-0 victory at Anaheim, and now a tip of the batting helmet by Jordan Walker gets a standing ovation from the crowd here in St. Louis on his return after his outstanding performance in the home run derby at the All-Star game.
Oh, I love this moment, John. This feels like St. Louis, doesn't it? Terrific response there to Jordan coming to the plate.
Walker 6 for his last 27. He has a couple of RBIs, has been on with 4 walks. Batting second in the order today, he swings and lines it to right center field. That ball's going to the gap, it's going to the wall. Here's Weatherholt. He is being waved around third. The relay coming in is cut off. The Cardinals have a 1-0 lead on a ringing double to right center by Jordan Walker.
We talked in our Inside the Park segment about how important it is for the top of the Cardinals lineup to do some damage and put some crooked numbers on the board. Jordan Walker's got the Cardinals going in the right direction. Weatherholt did his job, and Jordan hitting in that second spot looked pretty comfortable.
Well, Tony La Russa always liked having a power bat in the number 2 spot in the order.
Sure did.
And the Cardinals have one in Ivan Herrera when he's right.
Tony was doing that when no one else was doing that.
He was using Lazinski with the White Sox, Carlton Fisk at times. Here's Burleson taking a breaking pitch for a strike. Burleson reached for the batting helmet but does not challenge the call by Alfonso Marquez.
I think Tony was the first one to have the pitcher batting ninth, too. I don't know who else might have been doing that.
Batting eighth?
Pitcher batting eighth, excuse me. Having a player batting ninth, which they never liked that.
Here's a foul that goes off the screen in front of the Arizona Diamondbacks dugout on the third base side.
When it first happened, John, there was people that came up with the reasons why you do that numbers-wise, which makes sense. But when Tony was doing it, it was a little bit of a hard sell to the catcher or the second baseman that was batting behind the pitcher.
2 strikes to count on Alec Burleson, 0 for his last 4. He put together a pretty good road trip. Burleson taps the ball up the middle of the infield, charging in, and there's no play for the shortstop, Perdomo. He caught the ball on a short hop, and it's a base hit for Burleson. On to third, Jordan Walker.
Good mojo going on in the bottom of the first inning for the Cardinals, and also good mojo in the top of the first inning with McGreevy turning a really nifty 1-6-3 double play. He was right on that, and so good to see him being such a good fielder. I think that may have energized this team a bit.
And here's Lars Nootbaar batting in the cleanup spot today, trying to break out of an 0-for-7. 4 for his last 21 with a home run. And over the last 7 games, a .393 on base percentage. So he gets his share of walks. The infield at double play depth. Curveball, a strike call to Nootbaar. Edward Jones Financial Advisors are there for the moments that matter. Let them help you find your rich and build a game plan to get you there. EdwardJones.com, member SIPC. Brandon Pfaadt from the high set. A long pause. Now the pitch. A swing and a miss. Couldn't hold up on the changeup. 2 strikes on Nootbaar.
Here's where you can't let him off the hook. You got the pressure on Pfaadt. Build on this. Keep things going. Can't have a strikeout here. Have to put the ball in play.
0-2 on Lars Nootbaar. First and third for the Cardinals. Burleson a good lead at first base. Walker over at third, and the pitch outside a ball. 1-2 as Pfaadt was not going to make an 0-2 mistake. Pfaadt over his last 4 starts, and these are starts after he came back from the minor leagues. He's 4-0 with a 2.14 ERA, wins over San Francisco, San Diego, the Dodgers, and then last week against the Cardinals. The pitch. Nootbaar taps that foul through the legs of the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Interesting that they made the decision to put him in the bullpen at the start of the year, thinking that that would be a more balanced thing for their team, and he just did not pitch well there. It just didn't work. So they had to send him down to AAA just to get him innings to get back up to being a starter, and that was a good move.
And you're right about the relief work, a 5.91 ERA in 10 appearances. The 1-2 pitch for Nootbaar. A swing and a ground ball, base hit, left center field, 2-0 Cardinals. Walker scores. Burleson stops at second, and the Cardinals have the line moving. First and second, 2 runs in, nobody out, facing Brandon Pfaadt. And before Mason Wynn bats, let's pause for a station ID here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Along with Mike Claiborne, Ricky Horton, our producer-engineer is Jim Jackson. I'm John Rooney at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals built a 7-0 lead the last time they faced the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes, they did.
Only to have that go up in smoke and lose the game in 10 innings.
You know, John Claibs and I were trying to forget about that game, but, you know, it just...
but this is the way that game started, basically.
100%. So it does show you've got to finish it, though, too.
An early mound visit for Pfaadt from their pitching coach. And Brian Kaplan is on his way back to the third base dugout. The Diamondbacks are wearing their black jerseys, black caps and helmets, road gray pants. The Cardinals in the home white uniforms. Cardinals across the front of the jersey with the birds on the gold bat. Red caps and helmets. Mason Wynn, 4 home runs, 42 RBIs. The infield at double play depth. Pfaadt with the pitch. Wynn swings and he drives it center field. That's hit well, and on the track the catch is made. Waldschmidt puts it away. The runners tag and advance. A long, loud out, but a productive out, moving runners to second and third.
Yes, doubly productive because Nootbaar read that extremely well. Not only did he have a terrific at-bat, hitting the ball sharply the other way, which I think has been a kind of a new development for Nootbaar, driving the ball to the left side of the field. I think that's helped him, but really good speed to get from first to second, and he really kind of saw that one coming, and now the Cardinals a chance for 2 more.
Jose Fermin is playing third base today. He has 4 hits in his last 21 at-bats, a couple of RBIs. Fermin takes way outside, and a backhand grab by Gabriel Moreno kept that one from going to the bricks behind home plate. Brandon Pfaadt came into the game with a 4.58 ERA, and he has given up 2 runs, 4 hits. 1 out, second and third for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fermin swings and misses a sweeper. 1 ball, 1 strike. When Fermin uses that arms-only swing when he's not moving the legs, it doesn't look very good.
Yeah, no, it usually means he's fooled by the pitch.
But the next swing might be quite productive. As he adjusts very well from pitch to pitch. The pitch to Fermin, taken down and in, 2 balls and a strike. An infield hit by J.J. Weatherholt. He just beat the play out at first base. Jordan Walker doubled him home. Burleson, an infield hit, followed by Lars Nootbaar. He singled in a run. The pitch on the way. Fermin gets out of the way of a high and tight fastball.
The early struggles of Nolan Gorman opened the door for both Blaze Jordan and Jose Fermin to get more at-bats than we would have thought in 2026, and they're both taking advantage of it.
Blaze Jordan is playing first today with Burleson, the DH, and Fermin over at third. The 3-1 pitch here, maybe a go pitch for Jose Fermin. He takes up and in, loading the bases. Against the Cardinals, no walks, 3 strikeouts last Saturday for Brandon Pfaadt. Here's center fielder Nathan Church, and Oliver Marmol told us before the game, Ricky, that he is more than pleased with the work Church has done, the adjustments he's made, and the way he's swinging the bat right now. We'll see if he can cash in here and add on to a 2-0 lead. Pfaadt from the stretch, the pitch. Church takes way outside, ball 1.
He made the point that even some of the bad part of his streak, the 0 for that he had, the 0 for 30, there were several good at-bats towards the end of that because he remade his swing, and he's much more comfortable, more direct to the ball. He's got a better swing path.
The 1-0 pitch. Church fouls off a curveball, hit that off his foot, and it rolls all the way to the first baseman, Tyler Locklear. Church had several line drive outs during that 0 for stretch. And granted, he's 2 for his last 19 with a run batted in, but over those 19 at-bats, only 2 strikeouts. 1 out in the Cardinal half of the first inning, 2 runs in. The bases are loaded. Brandon Pfaadt with the pitch. Church takes a sweeper inside. Moreno is already getting quite a workout behind the plate. We're in the first inning. He had to sweep far to his right to keep that ball in front of him.
I wondered how Arizona would respond to the challenge of coming into a city and playing 1 game. For the Cardinals, it doesn't feel the same way. They're starting a homestand, but Arizona, it's just a little more complex for them.
The 2-1 pitch here for Nathan Church. He fouls it straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And on deck, it's Blaze Jordan. Well, it's a one and done for them coming in. The Cardinals have had to do that in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Remember going down to Miami and losing on a late game home run. But in town and then out of town. The 2-2 pitch with 1 away. Here it is for Nathan Church. A swing and a miss. He chased the changeup, and that's the second out of the inning. Let's see if Blaze Jordan can pick him up. That's exactly what Pfaadt needed. But the Cardinals need a pick-me-up to keep the pressure on the Arizona starter. Here's Pfaadt with the sign. His pitch to right-handed batting Blaze Jordan. Strike called, and that looked outside.
It sure did.
But no challenge.
Surprised he's not challenging that. It was way outside. A couple inches outside.
Here's Pfaadt from the stretch. The runners lead all the way around. The next pitch to Blaze Jordan is swung on. That's popped up foul, going back and out of play, 0-2.
Just thinking about Blaze Jordan a lot the last week. He's really doing a good job of shortening up his stroke and hitting, kind of putting the ball in play. He doesn't really like to strike out, but the power's not been here at the big league level. I think that will come at some point.
He has 1 home run that he hit in his second big league game at Minnesota. The 2-strike pitch with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Jordan swings and lifts a fly ball to right field, right to Corbin Carroll. He has it, and Pfaadt gets out of the inning facing 8 batters, giving up just 2 runs. We go to the second, 2-0 Cardinals.
2 down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
So the museum opens in 1999. Grandpa was just an amazing human being, and we want to share his legacy with the next generation of baseball fans and non-baseball fans alike. I kind of like to have the cards as a reminder, like I can kind of look at his face and see what he looked like that year. It just kind of helps me visualize in my mind what it would have been like to see him play, because I didn't get that chance.
Here is Del Castillo, their DH. Adrian Del Castillo taking a ball outside, 1-0. He's made 28 starts at DH and has been behind the plate 16 times. And he takes his batter's timeout after looking at ball one. So tiring.
He must have had a long, hard look at that pitch. A lot of focus there.
McGreevy's next pitch, high and wide. 2 balls, no strikes. Del Castillo, followed by Tawa and Ildemaro Vargas. 2-0 Cardinals. The Cardinals left the bases loaded. They have the bases loaded, 1 down. A strikeout and a flyout took them out of the inning. There's a strike call with the cutter over the heart of the plate. Del Castillo, a left-handed batter, played at Miami, 26 years old. He's wearing the black batting gloves and takes a curveball that looked to be right there. Maybe just a shade high. Didn't miss by much, 3-1. The infielders are playing Del Castillo to pull. The pitch. Foul ball back to the screen, 3-2.
Interesting challenge for the Cardinals starting staff right now with Hunter Dobbins coming up and being a part of a 6-man. The only way that works is if all the starters with that extra day of rest can go 6 or more innings so the bullpen doesn't get wasted early.
The 3-2 pitch, right down the middle, a curveball, strikes out Del Castillo. He stood there like the house along the side of the road and watched it go by.
Sure did.
Visit Miller Furniture, one of their 4 locations in Metro East and in St. Louis. Fairview Heights, Belleville, Illinois, Lake St. Louis, Ellisville, Missouri. You can also shop them online at millerfurniture.com, MUELLER furniture.com. Now Tim Tawa. Tawa takes a strike on the outside corner. Tawa is out of Stanford, 27 years old. Played in 74 games with the D-backs last year. He's batting .217 this year, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, and he put together a pretty good series against the Cardinals. The Diamondbacks won 2 out of 3. The 1-strike pitch, a swing and a miss. Couldn't hold up. 92 on the fastball from Michael McGreevy.
John Fraze came up on the road trip talking with Mark Langston. Of course, you remember him as being an outstanding left-handed pitcher, Expos, and other teams beyond that.
The 2-strike pitch, and that's chopped toward third. A fair ball. Played deep by Fermin, who bounces the throw. Caught nicely by Jordan. Tawa is out, 2 down.
But the phrase that we used to use all the time, and you remember the phrase too, is reading the bat, reading the hands, reading the batter in terms of his swing. You read the swing. And I think McGreevy does that as well as
anybody.
anybody.
How much of that do you think's done now?
I was going to just mention that to you. I don't hear that talked about ever, frankly, but I think McGreevy does it. I'll have to chat with him about that further and see if he actually thinks along those lines. But that's what kind of the old school way to do it is when a hitter will show you when he can't catch up to the fastball in and he can't stay back for the changeup away and if you're reading his hands, you can figure that out.
Ball one goes inside to Ildemaro Vargas. Vargas takes a strike, 1-1, facing Michael McGreevy, but nobody on base, 2 outs. Top of the second inning and a 2-0 lead for the Cardinals. Vargas 8 for his last 21 with 3 runs batted in. Vargas holds the bat right down on the knob, standing in the middle of the batter's box. He fouls this one out of play, off to the left. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He didn't move up in the batter's box. That's where he started. Trying to take away some of that breaking ball.
On the plate, too. Very close to the plate.
The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs and nobody on. McGreevy into his windup. Here it comes. That's a ball high with a fastball.
Those guys on top of the plate, it is contrary to what you'd think. Those are guys at the big league level you have to pitch away for the most part. They're on the plate for a reason. They want you to throw it in.
The 2-2 pitch fouled off, and that hit Vargas's right shin, perhaps. Fouled that off his leg. So he's limping around outside the dirt circle around home plate. Vargas came up to the big leagues with Arizona in 2017. He's moved around plenty. He's played with Minnesota, the Cubs, Pittsburgh, back to Arizona.
Well, he fouled
the Cubs again, and Washington, and back to Arizona.
And he fouled that one, John, off outside of his kneecap.
I didn't think it hit his foot.
No, it hurt.
The 2-2 pitch to the left-handed batter, swung on, and that's rolled up the first base line, and it goes foul. Just took a quick turn into foul territory right when Blaze Jordan got to the ball. McGreevy was hustling over toward the line and then to first base for a possible play. So McGreevy is walking slowly back to the mound while Vargas is taking his time getting back into the batter's box. But Arizona thought enough of him to have him 3 different times during his major league career. 89 games with the D-backs this year. He's batting .264, 7 home runs, 49 RBIs. Switch hitter playing second base. The pitch, and that is raked to the second baseman. Weatherholt throws out Vargas. We head to the bottom of the second with the Cardinals leading the Diamondbacks 2-0.
On our farm, sustainability isn't a
You need to get 5 innings in. Watch how quickly Blue Jays hitters swing.
Here's Griffin. There's one swing to be very quickly followed by another. Well, you said they'd swing at almost everything. Well, that is one of the strangest strikeouts you will ever see.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte, in the air right to the guy we just showed you.
got a plan before you're on the shoulder with your hazards on.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
It's 9-1-2 for the Cardinals, who lead 2-0, and Jimmy Crooks goes after Fott's first pitch, pops it into short center field. Under it is the shortstop, Perdomo. He makes the catch, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Boy, that's one of those that you want to say do-over. Can you throw me that pitch again? I think that's exactly what he was looking for. He just got underneath it.
Learn in person or online at Maryville University. You decide. It's your education, your choice. Create a personalized learning experience at maryville.edu. J.J. Weatherholt provided the only run in the game yesterday in Anaheim with a 6th-inning home run over the center field fence up on the rock pile. Here's a pitch in for a strike to Weatherholt, who got on with an infield hit ahead of Jordan Walker's double to right center field. For Walker, that is 77 runs batted in now. Weatherholt takes a pitch for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Weatherholt, Walker, see if they can get the line moving again like they did in the first inning. Weatherholt checks his swing, looks at a strike with a cutter that caught the outer half.
I didn't happen to notice the miles per hour off the bat of that Walker double, and I just now looked it up. Maybe you mentioned it, but
I didn't.
111 miles an hour off the bat. Sounded like it, didn't it?
Waldschmidt had no chance. The best he could do was run after it, right along with Corbin Carroll, the right fielder. A ball low evens the count, 2-2 on Weatherholt. Weatherholt, slightly open stance. He's wearing the white batting gloves today, holding the bat right down on the knob. The pitch to him, grounded up the middle. A little easier play for the second baseman Vargas this time, who throws him out.
He did hurry, though, didn't he?
He did. Vargas couldn't flip the ball quickly enough to first to get Weatherholt in the first inning. And now Jordan Walker. What Jordan Walker did up to the All-Star break energized Cardinal Nation.
Yes.
What he did at the All-Star game and Home Run Derby set it over the top. Here's a pop-up foul off to the right, and no play by Locklear, sliding on the track just beyond the camera well near the dugout. He'll play a strike.
In the interview that he did with Danny Wexelman on the TV side the next day, which is really a nice piece, one of the things he said is, I just had the feeling that if I could just get through a couple of rough spots, I would be able to turn things around. That's how I was feeling. And I thought, is he talking about his season, or is he talking about the Home Run Derby? Because that's what he's done with his career. So the Home Run Derby was just a microcosm of that.
Here's the 1-strike pitch. Walker, it's a ground ball, deep short, backhanded by Perdomo, who throws just in time to get him. Perdomo had stumbled, but once he regained control, he threw Walker out by a half step. The Cardinals go in order. Ricky will tell you about the third.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. 1 pitch and another 1 pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This is JJ Weatherholt. See you at Busch Stadium.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Swing and a miss, strike one on the pitch delivered by Michael McGreevy to Tyler Locklear, who is a late addition into the lineup today with Ketel Marte out with back tightness. That kind of changed the entire defense and the entire order for them. That one's lined into left center field. That's going to get down, and it's going to plug the gap and go all the way to the wall. A leadoff double for Tyler Locklear in a 2-0 game. The Cardinals with 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And now the Diamondbacks threaten here in the third. Locklear, they got him from the Mariners, and that's his first double. That was a bit of a hanger, sat there a little bit more than McGreevy wanted. The location wasn't bad. And it brings in Ryan Waldschmidt, who was their minor league player of the year a season ago, and their number 1 prospect. He's playing center field, and he's 23 years of age. So we'll see if McGreevy can make a pitch and keep him from moving the runner to third base. He shows bunt and takes a strike. That got the attention of both Fermin and Jordan. Jordan playing first base today. And Fermin, the Cardinal third baseman, is getting an awful lot of at-bats this year. Outfield is pretty shallow, particularly Church in center. Showing bunt again, and he pushes it foul. Interesting, he's bunting twice with a runner on second base.
And just pushing the bat at the ball.
Looked like he was trying to push that to the first base side, wasn't he?
He was.
I mean, you bunt the ball to third here, that's a better option in my mind, although with Jordan playing so far back, that's okay. I guess if it's first and second, you always bunt to third, but in this case, it probably doesn't matter. But what matters is he's 0-2. McGreevy working with Jimmy Crooks. He's set at the belt, checks the runner at second, delivers home, and he gets a swing and a miss on a changeup. So Waldschmidt not able to advance the runner. 2 strikeouts for McGreevy. And back to the top of the order, and Corbin Carroll. Carroll was in a terrible slump when the Cardinals went to Arizona. He did hit a home run off of Gastelum on a changeup that just kind of sat in the middle of the plate. But he was really late on everything during that particular series. And he takes that pitch outside. Curveball misses from McGreevy. McGreevy's not going to rush it up there in the high 90s. But I'll take the 2.92 ERA. Nothing wrong with that. Next delivery to Carroll is a fastball inside. Had a little cut to it. 2-0 the count.
Well, over the last 3 starts, that's against Atlanta, no decision. A win over Milwaukee, and a no decision against Arizona. A 1.93 ERA for McGreevy.
He's ready for the 2-0 pitch. Carroll, a good hitter. He takes the pitch, and it's a strike. Didn't like that changeup. In a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. What an ad to read on our happy hour afternoon at the ballpark. The 2-1 delivery is a strike at the top of the zone. So a changeup, then a 4-seamer. And Carroll has not swung the bat yet. 2-2 count. So it is happy hour today at the ballpark because this was, again, a rained-out game being played on an off day. Kind of a one-off for both teams. So the Cardinals have turned this into a great deal today. So if you're late for happy hour, come on over. It's only the top of the third. Nice crowd on hand here. As McGreevy checks the runner at second, the 2-2 pitch is a called strike 3, and Carroll still has not swung the bat with a guy on second base. That's becoming more and more of a pet peeve of mine. Just don't like to see a batter not get the bat off their shoulder with a guy in scoring position. I understand everybody loves the walk, But, man, if you want to get runs and you've got a guy sitting out there, I just think you're hurting your team that way. Geraldo Perdomo takes a pitch inside, ball one. But, of course, they already have a hitting coach. They don't need me. His name is Joe Mather, former Cardinal. We just had John Mabry, a former Cardinal, who was one of the hitting coaches for the Angels. So it was a former Cardinal hitting coach trip. The 1-0 pitch, sweeper is outside.
Mather, of course, pitched in that, 19-inning game against the Mets?
He did. Yes, he did. And just a delightful guy to be around. And same thing is true, of course, of the real pro, John Mabry. 2-0 the count on Perdomo. Next pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. And he hasn't swung the bat yet and has a 2-1 count, with Moreno due up next. I'd love to see him lead off an inning.
I'd like to see you become more irritated because they're not swinging the bat.
Okay. Me too. I don't get as irritated when the other team does it. There's a throw down to second base and no one's there. And there's some miscommunication. Ball goes into center field. I think Jimmy Crooks thought that Mason Wynn had the pickoff on, and they may have had a play there. So
I think they did.
But somehow that communication, well, didn't happen.
Well, I'll hand it to Mason, though, for getting a glove on that and keeping the ball from going too far into center field, holding Locklear at second.
So one of them thought that the pickoff was on, the other did not.
And the pitch was a strike, but it was called a ball.
3-1 pitch is a ball, and it's called a ball. Well, that's the other trouble with bouncing up out of a stance is sometimes you mess up the view of the umpire. So a walk puts runners at first and second, and before Moreno bats, let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Fastball for a strike, actually a changeup to Moreno, and I do not like this guy hitting in this situation. He's hitting .404 since the 13th of May on the road, and that's the best record in all of baseball, and they're on the road. And he's got a one-strike count, and it's 1-1 now, and you said, John, 2 of those pitches were strikes?
Yeah, they were to Perdomo, and neither got a challenge.
Well, that's too bad. Trying to irritate me again?
I can tell you're irritated.
Well, I can get unirritated with one good pitch from Michael McGreevy here. Well, maybe 2. It's 2-0 Cardinals. We're in the top of the third inning. McGreevy facing Moreno. Dangerous at the plate. Sweeper is low. He's been able to lay off of that sweeper pretty well. 2-1 the count. On deck, Max Kepler.
You were talking about happy hour?
Yeah.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It is actually
St. Louis.
It sure is. Well, that's why we did that station ID thing. The 2-1 pitch is grounded to the right side. Again, trying to push it the other way, but J.J. Weatherholt playing right there. He gobbles it up and throws on over to Jordan to end the inning. 2 runners are stranded. They've stranded 3. We go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0.
Stay in the park against the wall. It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
They're nowhere near where the ball is.
Here comes Dillon. Whoa, he stumbles and he falls. And a weird play.
On the ground left side, Cora. Hopper stumbles. One of those embarrassing moments that all players have.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It'll be the middle of the order for the Cardinals, due up in the bottom of the third. And that means Alec Burleson, Lars Nootbaar, and Mason Wynn to face the right-hander Brandon Pfaadt, who's 4-1 and been really good lately, as John told you. But he gave up 2 runs in that first inning. First 4 Cardinal batters all had hits. And after a productive out by Mason Wynn, Fermin then walked. So a really good start for the Cardinals. It fizzled a bit. And there's strike 1 to Burleson, who is back to being a hitting machine again. He has added a little Joe Morgan to his stance, and he lines that one to center field. And getting a late jump, and he can't get to it. It's over the head of Waldschmidt, and it bounces over the wall. He did not read that well at all, as Burley got that one on the screws, and it fooled him. And that's the hard one, hit right at you on the line, and he totally misjudged that. And Burley has added this little pump action with his left elbow. And talking with Brant Brown about that, there's a bit of a trigger that is, and he's just very comfortable with it. It affects his ability to keep his hands in the right spot and basically his arms in the right spot to lead the way, and really has been productive for him. So he's at second base. There's a ground ball right side. That's fair. Handled at first. The flip is just in time to get Nootbaar, and that was almost into the right field corner. So 3-1 on the putout. Burley goes to third. If you're a Cardinals fan, you know there's nothing like baseball in St. Louis, and that nothing beats 60-cent sippers at On the Run the day after the Cardinals score 6. And they are, ready for this, a third of the way there.
Absolutely. They could be half the way there here with a good fly ball from Mason Wynn like the last one he hit.
Look at us doing fractions here in the bottom of the third. With Mason Wynn at the plate, first pitch to him is low.
Just getting ready for school to start again.
That's right. Well, we have our backpacks. The 1-0 pitch to Mason Wynn is outside for a ball.
I think Pfaadt remembers the last ball Mason hit.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, I was thinking that'd be great for him to do that again. I mean, he wants more than that, but he had a deep fly out to center to advance a couple of runners. That would produce a run here. The 2-0 pitch to Mason is inside 3-0, and they don't like that call. Several calls have been missed in the early going here, including
this one.
That one.
I noticed yesterday, Dan Bellino, the pitch was a strike. No, it was called a strike.
That's right.
And at the end of the review, it was not.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
Marquez had it right when he said the pitch was called a ball.
Exactly. It's only a ball for a bit here. 3-1 is the count. It's temporarily a strike. Go pitch indeed with Fermin on deck. A 3-1 count with Burley at third, and the pitch is fouled off. He had a pitch to handle there, I think. Shaking his head a bit at the plate is Mason Wynn. Mason's a fiery dude. He's I'm going to say as fiery as anybody, let me think, on the Cardinals team. I would say so. Can't think of another guy quite to the same level of angst that he can have during a game. Ollie's another one. The 3-2 pitch is taken low. Ball 4. So Ollie who was an infielder himself, by the way. Folks may not know that. Ollie played some short, second, third. Teammate of Daniel Descalzo, played with John Jay, and so many of those guys from that era. And he is now in his 5th year managing the Cardinals. And was at the All-Star game, too. Not only was Jordan there and KT throwing the home run derby, that was awesome, but great experience for Ollie, too. Really enjoyed being there. So it is Fermin at the plate after a move to first base. Wynn takes his lead again. Will he go here? Long hold by Fott, not going. The pitch is taken outside, ball 1. He's very careful, isn't he? With the guys in scoring position, he gets a little more, well, concerned about throwing one right down central, which he should be.
And he's taking up a little more of that pitch timer.
Yes, he is. Trying to take the air out of the game, like Jeff Suppan used to. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike. Talked with Soup about that. I'm still on that. You know, I'm kind of giving up on, I hate to tell you, John, I've given up on the slider down and away derby. Just can't get enough of a groundswell of support for that. But I'm really working on the pitcher timeout thing. And a lot of former pitchers agree with it. The 1-1 delivery is taken for a strike. The bottom of the zone. 1-2 on Fermin.
Fermin wasn't expecting that pitch.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't looking fastball.
Nope. Catcher steps out in front of the plate. Moreno waves his hand, and whatever he just did with his hands communicates whether he'll throw to second, whether he'll throw to third.
I think he was directing that flight into Lambert.
He could have been doing that too. Multi-talented. 1-2 the count for Fermin. Can he drive in another Cardinal run here? The pitch to Fermin is outside, 2-2. He didn't chase the sweeper. We're only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We've got a lot of baseball ahead here this afternoon. An afternoon start, a 4:15 start. Game time temperature 77 St. Louis degrees. How about that? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hitting room on the right side of the infield. The pitch to Fermin is hit to the right side, but it's twisting foul over the screen. If you're happy and you know it, get a hit. I mean, this is the perfect song
for him.
This should be his walk-up song.
It should be his walk-up song. He's always happy.
He'll be happier if he makes good contact here. 2-2 the count. Fott throws to first base, and back safely is Mason Wynn.
I don't know who scrambled over at first base quicker. Wynn getting back to the bag, or the first base umpire, Mike Estabrook, getting in position to make a call.
Right.
He hustled over there.
Well, I think he was slightly picked off also, wasn't he? But he got it. He recovered. So did Mason. Mason wanted to go, didn't, and that ball's popped up on the right side. Backing up is their second baseman, Vargas. And he's called off by Carroll, who catches the ball almost in the infield. Boy, he went a long way to catch that. Mason started to go, and then after his first 2 steps stopped. Probably a good thing he didn't go. So Nathan Church, who struck out in the first inning with the bases loaded, bats with runners on first and third with 2 outs in the 3rd. Two runs on 5 hits for the Cardinals, no runs on 2 hits for Arizona. And the first pitch to Church is pop foul off to our left. We were just in Anaheim, and that is Nathan Church country. Very close to where he went to high school and where he went to college. Both within 20 miles of the ballpark at Angel Stadium. And he really produced the first game he had a chance to play there. Broke his 0 for 30. And what will he do here? 1 strike is the count. Long hold again by Fott. And the delivery is outside. Well, if pitching is disrupting timing, that's what he's trying to do. I mentioned Jeff Suppan. He did that as well as anybody. The team gets amped up. They're excited. They have base runners, and then you make them wait. And they don't like that. The 1-1 delivery to Church is popped up behind home plate, and moving over is Moreno. And towards the batting circle, he's able to make the catch. And the Cardinals strand 2 more. We go to the 4th. Cardinals lead this one 2-0.
Life is loud. Chaos.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, you know, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's done. He just missed this one, hitting it a ton. Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone. Unbelievable. It was in the ballpark, but it bounced off Nady's glove over the fence for a homer, and Dunn says, I'll take it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Firm and proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Michael McGreevy back out for the top of the 4th inning. He's been good so far, just a couple of hits. He gave up a hit in the first inning and a walk on top of that, but got a double play to end that inning. A leadoff double. He pitched around that last inning. 1-2-3 would be nice here, which is what he had in the second. And it's Max Kepler, the first batter he will face. First pitch outside, ball 1. Kepler hit into that double play, and he has been hot lately. They sat him for a day, and then he's been on a tear since then. He is 10 for his last 32, now 33 with a couple of homers. Open stance at the plate. He's in the back of the box. The pitch to Kepler is a called strike. It was a cutter, 2-1. Kepler, Del Castillo, and Tawa to bat for the Snakes, the Serpientes. There's a pitch outside. Serpientes is their City Connect jersey. They have that on their chest, Serpientes. And they are a red-hot team right now, as they are a half game ahead of the Cardinals in the wild card race. Out of nowhere. They were not anywhere close to that about 10 days ago, but they've been playing great baseball. 3-1 the count. The wind in the pitch by McGreevy, and that's outside, a leadoff walk. Ooh, don't like that. Tying run of the plate now in Adrian Del Castillo. Wednesday, July 29th is going to be Marvel Superhero Night. Fans with a themed ticket will take home an exclusive Cardinals-themed Spider-Man bobblehead. Tickets and details at cardinals.com/theme, and I know there are Spider-Man fans out there. Come on out. Get your Spider-Man bobblehead. Del Castillo takes a pitch outside. That curveball was definitely a spinner. That came out of the hand of McGreevy. Don't see him do that very often. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Cardinals will take on Cincinnati tomorrow. Here's a pitch inside corner. It'll be Dustin May, 5-7, up against Rhett Lauder, who's 3-7. He's a right-hander. Pre-game show tomorrow, 6:20. First pitch at 7:15. And we're also going to celebrate Jordan Walker tomorrow night. We did that a little bit here a few moments ago. Went from celebration and a curtain call, kind of, or actually he stepped out of the box and the fans acknowledged him. He tipped his hat and then laced a double into right center, which was a huge hit for the Cardinals in their 2-run first. 1-1 the count. The pitch is hit hard down the right field line. It's hooking towards the corner, and it's fair and off the wall. Walker gets to it quickly. His throw into second base is wide, and a double for Del Castillo puts runners at second and third with nobody out. The Diamondbacks have a way of coming back. We certainly saw that in Arizona. He turned on a pitch middle in, probably off the plate in, and somehow kept it fair. Del Castillo, he hit it off the wall. That's his 6th double of the year. So Tawa, the third baseman, bats. The infield is back for the Cardinals, conceding a run. And the pitch is a called strike. Tawa went to his helmet, kind of tapped it, but I think he does that all the time, which is tricky for an umpire. So they like for you to not only do it, but also verbally tell him you're challenging it. So there's no confusion. The 1-strike pitch is low for a ball. And there he goes tapping his hat again. Tawa grounded out to third his first time up. How about a pop-up in the infield? That would be wonderful. 1-1 the count. And the pitch is popped up, and that's in the outfield, not the infield. And Church is going to settle under it. Fairly deep center field. Both runners are tagging. His throw into third's a good one, but not in time. As Del Castillo advances to third, Kepler scores, and it's 2-1 Cardinals on the sacrifice fly by Tim Tawa. That is good situational hitting right there. Well, the Cardinals have missed out on 2 opportunities, and they have opened the door. And the door is still open. The door is open, and the infield is in. And it's Ildemaro Vargas, former Cardinal, grounded out his first time. Right up in the box again, and he takes a strike inside corner, a 4-seamer. Vargas, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Started out on fire this year, and he's really cooled off. Gravy ready. The next pitch is a little bit low. No swing on the appeal, a 1-1 count. He had a 19-game hitting streak at the beginning of the season, and he was hitting .404 on May 1st. And right now he's in the mid-200s, so drastic change for him. Open stance. The pitch to him is inside. It got him a little jumpy. Had a 199 average since that 1st of May. The count's in his favor. The Cardinals will have Jordan, Crooks, and Weatherholt in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch is grounded foul over the head of their first base coach. That's Dave McKay, Canadian Baseball Hall of Famer. We've got one of those too in Stubby Clapp. In fact, we saw another one yesterday who went in with Stubby Clapp. Bill Stoneman, former pitcher and GM in the big leagues for the Expos and also for the Angels, threw out the first pitch. And he was inducted along with Stubby. 2-2 count, big pitch, and it's tapped over towards the first base side, and Jordan has it and goes to the bag. I think maybe the runner at third, Del Castillo, could have scored on that. Was not hit very hard, but again, he's trying to pull that outside pitch and just does not look good on it, and that's just reading the bat. That's Michael McGreevy reading the bat as well as Jimmy Crooks throwing that pitch there. Well done. But it was hit kind of a high chopper, and maybe if he went on contact, Del Castillo would have scored, but we'll never know. And I'm glad he didn't, frankly. Tyler Locklear doubled his first time. They set up inside on him, and the pitch is a little bit low, 1-0. Locklear, their first baseman, again, a late addition to the lineup. They have Marte on their bench, but we assume with lower back tightness he's not available. Jorge Barosa, James McCann, and Nolan Arenado not playing today also. Next pitch is hit hard down the left field line. It's hooking towards the corner, and it's fair, and it's a big fly. A home run for Locklear. Fair by about a foot and about a foot over the wall, and he has just given Arizona the lead. And he just took a jump shot going to third base. And the fans do not like that. The fans do not like that, but I guess you don't boo nobodies. And they're, of course, booing the fact that he hit a home run to begin with. Just barely fair. I thought that was going to hook foul. It just didn't. So that brings in Ryan Waldschmidt. 3-2 Arizona. And he hits his ball into center field, and a little looper, and on the move is Church. He makes the play on the run, and the inning comes to a close. But a couple of extra base hits in the inning, a Tyler Locklear 2-run homer, and Arizona leads as we move into the bottom of the fourth inning. It's now 3-2.
There's a certain magic.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
He dives and makes the catch and brings Fenway to its feet, because he always does.
Slides, and he's got it. What a catch by Eli. That saved the day.
In his Kerrigan, he makes a sliding catch. Makes the play. The throw is in time to get the out. On the warning track, he reaches up. A fine running grab by Jorge Barosa.
You get spoiled watching a guy cover ground the way he does. Spectacular catch.
He got it! He hung with the play right at the wall.
Harris on his horse, and he makes the catch. Throw to third, tag out. Wow. Back to first. I said I like double plays, Boone.
One of the wildest, wackiest double plays you'll ever see.
Down the third baseline, there's Ortiz. Plants the foot, fires across, picked by Bowers. Emerson able to get to it, pop up, and throw a missile to first base. Diving catch.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
Blaze, the perfect sidekick to your game day. No matter if you're cheering for our St. Louis Cardinals from the stands, hosting the ultimate game day throwdown with your crew, there's a Lay's flavor to go with it. Lay's, proud partner of your St. Louis Cardinals.
Strike one delivered on the outside corner to Blaze Jordan. The Cardinals need a response to that 3-run top of the fourth inning that included a 2-run home run by Tyler Locklear. Here's a swing and a miss by Jordan, and he's quickly 0-2.
I had a feeling the Cardinals were going to regret the first and the third.
I think you're right. They had that feeling, didn't it?
It did.
Well, you're kind of asking for trouble when you don't add on. But they have some opportunities. There's a ground ball to short. That's handled by Perdomo. He takes his time and barely throws out Jordan, who is hustling all the way, out number one. Phillips 66 has 2 new limited edition Cardinals pins. Take your pick when you purchase 8 or more gallons with the Fuel Forward app. Some exclusions apply. Offer ends September 27th. So Jimmy Crooks will bat. He popped out his first time. First pitch to Crooks is outside for a ball. Frustrating inning there, I know, for Michael McGreevy. The leadoff walk didn't help. Del Castillo hit one off the right field wall, just fair. And then Locklear, just fair, hit one over the wall, down the left field line. As Crooks fouls that one off, it's 1-1 now on the Cardinal catcher, who has 3 home runs now for the Cardinals and 9 RBIs. So he doesn't have time to really think about that top of the inning gone awry. He has to hit. There's a pitch outside. I always thought that that was a little tougher on catcher. The pitcher's kind of stewing over it right now and trying to think about what happened, but the catcher kind of is too. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and he almost lost his helmet. J.J. Weatherholt to bat next. Cardinals got their 2 runs in the first inning. Everything looking up for the Cardinals. First 4 batters got knocks. The 2-2 pitch to Jimmy Crooks is grounded foul past Canadian Baseball Hall of Famer Stubby Clapp.
So far, the lower third of the order, 0 for 5.
And Jimmy would like to enhance that number a little bit, and he takes that pitch outside and has earned a full count. Cardinals had a 2-4 road trip, including losing 2 out of 3 in Phoenix. 3-2 delivery to Crooks is fouled off. Just got a piece of that cutter. Nice to be home in St. Louis, and also nice to have 77 wonderful degrees today. It's a big homestand for the Cardinals as we are getting closer and closer to the trading deadline. And there'll be a lot of things happening over the next 10 days, actually 8 days. There's a hard hit ball up the middle, and it's underneath the glove of Vargas into right field. Had a chance to make that play, probably should have made it, but it's going to be a hit, I'm sure, for Jimmy Crooks. And before Weatherholt bats, let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network. It's powered by Gray Bar. Crooks takes his lead, and it's J.J. Weatherholt at the plate. And the pitch to J.J. is outside. J.J. has the, the potential he has. He hit a 409-foot home run yesterday afternoon in Southern California, and that was the only run of the game. Straightaway center field. He has surprising power. The pitch to him is outside, 2-0. And they thought about challenging that. Been a lot of close pitches in this game. You always like to have a game where there's not a lot of attention one way or the other to what the umpires are doing. The 2-0 pitch to Weatherholt is grounded up the middle, right to the shortstop, who kicks the bag and on to first to complete the double play. So the Cardinals had a base runner, but he's quickly erased. And we go to the 5th. John will have the play-by-play. The Cardinals trailing Arizona 3-2.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
On the ground and backing up, Bichette. He will two-hop it over, and he is able to get Bohm. Looks at the wall, it's gone! Into the trees for the 9-hole hitter, Francisco Alvarez.
Strike 3 called inside corner to end the inning. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings.
Beatty swings and drives one right field to the wall. He'll turn and watch it fly. Brett Beatty, a solo home run, gives the Mets a 2-0 lead. To left, Marsh going back, it's over his head. He turns and it's gone. It's snuck over the railing and left. Francisco Alvarez with his second home run of the game. The Mets have clipped Nola twice in the inning.
Off the bat of Trey Turner, deep to left field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Trey Turner, number 11 on the year.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Well, here we go in the top of the 5th inning, and it's Arizona's game right now by a run. A 3-2 lead as the Diamondbacks put up 3 in the 4th inning. The Cardinals got 2 in the 1st and left the bases loaded. McGreevy deals outside to Corbin Carroll, and we're playing in the 5th. Mike Claiborne is alongside.
Good to have you back, sir.
Nice to be back.
Thought you'd bring a few more runs to the park, though.
Here's a swing, and there's a high fly ball and into deep right center field. Walker back at the wall, and this ball is off the wall. Carroll's going to have another triple. Corbin Carroll with the leadoff triple is 12th of the year.
You know, I don't think either of the outfielders saw that ball, John, come off the bat. This is a very unique time of the day for them. Normally, they're not even taking batting practice at this point. And to be out in the sun field at this time, it can play tricks on you. But Corbin Carroll, as you displayed, 12 triples already this season. And he was firing coming out of the box.
Oh, he felt triple when the ball left the bat, if not a home run.
Yeah.
With the infield in, the pitch is taken outside by Geraldo Perdomo as the Diamondbacks are looking to add on, something the Cardinals weren't able to do after they picked up 2 runs in the 1st inning. They had the bases loaded, 1 out, a strikeout and a flyout left the bases loaded in the Cardinal 1st inning. The pitch is swung on. This is popped into short left field. Here comes Nootbaar. He's under it, makes the catch. Carroll tags, bluffs a move. The throw on one hop to the plate. Gets away from Carroll. And now rushing down the line is Blaze Jordan to make sure Carroll stays at third base.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Fermin didn't stay on the bag at second as Carroll tried to fake the run to home. You could have thrown behind him and maybe been able to get him.
So a fly ball too short to get a run in. Here's Gabriel Moreno. Moreno grounded out to Weatherholt. That was the last out of the 3rd inning, leaving Locklear on second base. The infield plays in tight now as Carroll takes his lead. The pitch to Moreno, curveball, just missed the inside corner. Stiefel is stitched into the Cardinals' tradition and into the fabric of St. Louis. Proudly worn on every jersey, Stiefel is investing in the excellence of our hometown and across the nation. Stiefel, where success meets success. The 1-0 pitch to the Arizona Diamondback catcher. Moreno swings, and he gets under this one. A high fly ball deep enough into left field to score Carroll. The catch is made by Nootbaar. Carroll tags and scores. So they've capitalized on a leadoff triple, adding on a 4-2 lead for Arizona.
That one was just a little too deep for Lars Nootbaar to have a play at the plate. But that triple has come back to really haunt the Cardinals already.
Here's Kepler, left-handed batting outfielder. He has a double play ball, a walk, and a run scored. The pitch by McGreevy is swung on. That's fouled out of play off to the left. Looking ahead to the Cardinals' half of the 5th inning, it's Walker, Burleson, Then Nootbaar, and a pitch taken high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kepler played with Philadelphia last year, formerly with Minnesota. He had 18 home runs, 52 RBIs last season. The windup, the pitch by McGreevy. A swing, and there's a high fly ball. Right field. Belongs to Jordan Walker. He comes on to make the one-handed catch. A leadoff triple turns into a run with 2 fly balls. The Cardinals are looking up at the Diamondbacks as we're halfway through the game.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're gonna need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Jordan Walker leads off the Cardinal 5th inning and takes ball 1 low from Brandon Pfaadt. This was about the time of the game when the Cardinals started getting to Pfaadt down in Arizona. He worked a total of 5 1/3, giving up 2 earned runs. He got the win. Walker grounds it to the left side. That's played by the third baseman. Tawa throws him out. 1 down in the 5th inning.
Well, Tawa knows that Jordan Walker runs well. He didn't waste any time trying to get rid of that throw.
No, all the infielders, even the second baseman, has to be a little quicker on the throw to first when Walker's running. Alec Burleson is up. Burleson is 2 for 2 today after 0 for 4 yesterday. But he hit the ball well a couple of times yesterday.
He's making better contact, that's for sure.
Burleson swings, gets under this one, and hits it high on the first base side. Foul territory. The first baseman is under it, and Locklear puts it away. Burleson fouls out. We have 2 fast outs in the 5th inning. From the first pitch of the season to the last pitch in October, Bet365 is now the official mobile sports betting partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
You know, one of the things in that last outing against Pfaadt, they got his pitch count up a little bit, but here, this inning, what has he thrown? 3 pitches with 2 out?
And he has Nootbaar, who will take some pitches. Nootbaar, an RBI hit to left center field and a ground out. First base to the pitcher covering. Here's Pfaadt's first pitch, taken for a strike. I didn't think Nootbaar would be swinging at that anyway. Nootbaar's hit 3 home runs. The pitch by Pfaadt. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Slars is playing in game number 38. Coming in 248, 30 hits, 18 runs scored, 6 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. There's a high fly ball left field and a play for Max Kepler. He waits, puts it away, and the Cardinals are out in order in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Arizona has a 2-run, 4-2 lead.
Shane Bieber is trying to get on some kind of a roll, like a lot of his teammates. It's now or never.
The 3-2 pitch. He got him. Chased a slider down and in. And it's a scoreless top of the first for Shane Bieber, getting a big strikeout of Colson to Montgomery to strand a runner out at second. A look back and again the 1-2, and he got him down and in. Chased a slider from Bieber, who strands a couple by picking up his 4th strikeout of the ball game. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him 2 down.
Again, great location. Interesting, the slider is up, and after seeing the fastball up the pitch before, the slider may look like another fastball most of the way, and it just takes off.
And a full count on Montgomery, and he got him. Bieber gets him to swing over the top of a slider. Strikeout number 6 on the afternoon, and it is 6 very impressive scoreless innings for Shane Bieber here today in his 5th start of the season.
Taps this one to third. And he throws it down the right field line. Robinson's on the move. And he is going to stop. No, now he's going to go to third. Here's the throw. It gets by him. Here comes Ramos. This game is over. The Giants win the game on a Little League home run.
Speeding while driving gives you less time to react. Another car could turn out in front of you. A pedestrian could be walking the dog. Follow the speed limit to keep them safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Water damage happens fast. So can the cleanup when you call on the restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVPRO. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Diamondback DH, Del Castillo, takes a ball low as we play in the 6th inning, along with Ricky Horton, Mike Claiborne. I'm John Rooney. That was a fun game you guys had yesterday. Here's the next one. The pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. But that game had some rhythm, and it had a great flow to it because of the good pitching.
And the good defense out there yesterday as well.
Here's the 1-1. And that's a pitch on the outside corner. 1-2 the count on Del Castillo. And I heard Ricky trying to defend a pitcher's game yesterday.
Well, I don't know if you heard
play-by-play.
John, he's starting to get into a habit doing that. I think it started when he was like 14, 15 years old.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that is raked to the right side. Backhanded. Blaze Jordan gets up, flips to the pitcher. Covering, nicely done. Jordan to McGreevy to retire Del Castillo. 1 out. But I also heard him backpedaling by saying, well, if you have an 8-7 game, 2-1, 1-0. I mean, but 8-7, you still want flow to the game was the whole point.
He likes the hedges best.
A crisp game. That's it.
Crisp games. I don't like a lot of 3-1 counts, a lot of walks, and I don't think a lot of fans like a lot of walks.
Well, yesterday we didn't have a challenge until, the 7th inning?
Exactly. Then we got a flurry of them.
Yes. And a bunch of them. With 1 down, here's Tim Tawa. Tawa takes outside, ball 1. He has a ground out and a sacrifice fly. The big hit, Tim Locklear's 2-out, 2-run homer that put Arizona ahead in the 4th inning. Then a Corbin Carroll triple turned into a 4th run. There's a strike on the outer half of the plate. 1-1 on Tim Tawa.
John, did you know this is the 40th anniversary of Ricky auditioning for WWF?
Really?
Yes. At home plate.
Here's a pitch down and away. 2-1.
one of the brawls. We had several brawls against the Giants during that.
That might have been the best one.
But that was it
was all inclusive.
All about perspective. It was good for me until I ended up on the bottom of the pile.
We had the young guys. We had the senior division.
Ground ball deep short left field. A base hit for Tawa. He's 1 out of 2.
For those who've missed that, it was Roger Craig and Whitey Herzog at
senior
home plate.
Division.
That's the senior division part, and Roger Craig said, I know you wouldn't have done that, Whitey. We'll just leave the field. And Whitey said, the heck I didn't like what he did. And then they started jabbering and swinging at each other. And then it became, quite a fight. Tommy Herr got a spike mark on his neck from being in a pile somewhere from one of their pitchers. They were going after Vince Coleman.
That was really vicious.
Here's a line drive into right field, a hit for Vargas. Walker is on it in a hurry, holding Tawa to second base. First and second, 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. Michael McGreevy getting the Cardinals to the 6th. Something you said that was quite important, Ricky, with the shortened bullpen.
Yeah. It can't last forever, a 6-man rotation, because you're going to have somebody's going to have a short start. And I think what Ollie was telling us all today is that, at some point, if we can have short work out of our bullpen guys for 2 or 3 days in a row, we can buy time enough to just not have to make another move.
McGreevy's pitch, a strike called. Tyler Locklear, a double and a home run today.
Justin Brule is now up throwing for the Cardinals. The lone lefty.
McGreevy at 86 pitches. Number 87 on 1 strike. Strike 2 called. I think that was well framed by Jimmy Crooks and not challenged by Locklear. Just a reminder, all of our season ticket holders, the early renewal deadline is coming up on Tuesday, July 28th. Renew early for a 5% discount and continue enjoying the perks of being a season ticket holder. That's coming up on the 28th. A step off and a look to the runner at second base for McGreevy. Ahead of an 0-2 pitch for Tyler Locklear.
Speaking of fans, I think we have a pretty good turnout for a makeup game.
I do too.
Happy hour does that for people.
The pitch on the way, and that is grounded foul. Going past their third base coach, J.R. House.
Some people don't need a reason.
As I said earlier, it was 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it happened to be here. And again, I tip my cap to the fans for coming out.
McGreevy wants a different baseball. Crooks throws one out to his pitcher. In the Cardinals' 6th inning, Wen, Fermin, and Church are coming up. The Cardinals trail by 2. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the 9th place hitter. Or the 8th place hitter, I should say. The 9th place hitter on deck is Ryan Waldschmidt. But Locklear being a late addition. And I see this time after time. A guy who doesn't expect to be in the lineup.
Yeah.
He gets in there and makes a contribution. The 1-2 pitch. Up and away, a ball.
Well, that says something about his commitment to the game and the preparation. And, coaching has a little bit to do with that as well, along with some veteran leadership in the clubhouse to let these young players know when you show up to the ballpark, you put the uniform on, be prepared to do anything.
2-2, 2 on, 1 out. The pitch by McGreevy. Jammed him, and a line drive foul off the screen down the left field line. Curveball that was hanging up and in, but too far in for Locklear to do a whole lot about it.
Pretty comfortable against McGreevy, isn't he?
Very. 2 extra base hits today. The home run, he hit it so hard it couldn't go foul. McGreevy with the sign. Pitch number 92 coming up for the Cardinal starter, and here it is for Locklear. Broke his bat and a ground ball past the mound. Mason Wynn kicks second, throws to first, double play. I didn't think the ball was hit hard enough to get an out at first base, but because of Wynn's shotgun-like throw, it is a double play.
And he had to step backward to kick the second base bag because he caught it in front. That was
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremonial first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey? I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon had a base hit up the middle, but hurt his hand. There's a handful of bees right there.
No idea what Scuba was thinking, and this place is rocking now.
Walker in foul territory. And Walker doesn't know how many outs there were. Offerman will go to third. Walker gave the ball to a fan. He thought that was the third out. I'm surprised Walker remembered to show up tonight. Here's the funny part. He goes back to get it, though. That's what's funny.
The 0-1. Beatty swings and drives one right field. Rincones going back to the wall. He'll turn and watch it fly. 5 rows deep in right center field. Brett Beatty, a solo home run, gives the Mets a 2-0 lead.
So the Mets can't buy a hit with men in scoring position today. But the 2 hits are balls that travel nearly 400 feet. Alvarez solo home run in the 3rd. Here's Beatty solo home run in the 7th inning.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Make a great play, lead off the next inning. Mason Wynn takes ball one in the dirt with the Cardinals down by 2. Didn't think the ball was hit hard enough off the broken back grounder by Locklear. So we got a double play and got to plant a tree.
That's interesting. Ball got away from the catcher, and the umpire went all the way over to the Arizona Diamondback on deck circle to retrieve it. Normally a bat boy retrieves that. Maybe we're short today.
Fought with the 1-0 pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So with the broken bat, another tree planted by Focal Point and Cardinals care. The 2-0 pitch. Low, 3 balls, no strikes, and walks are a nice invitation right back into a game. It was a walk to Kepler that started the 3-run rally in the 4th inning for Arizona.
Have an attendance guess, by the way.
The 3-0 win looks at a strike over the inner half. It is.
It just, well, again, a number just came to my mind. I'm assuming that's why. 32,381.
Here's Wynn hitting the ball right back to the pitcher. Fought underhands to first. Locklear takes it in, 1 out. So 32,381. 381. Sound right to you, Clay?
Just about. I would agree with him. He's very patient when it comes to counting everyone.
He's a very good counter.
Yes.
I tell you what we have here at our ballpark are very kind of fun and kind of benign group of tarps off folks.
A swing and a miss. Fermin was expecting fastball, and he got a sweeper.
You missed
all. Well, this is the makeup crew.
You missed all the fun, John, that we had.
I saw.
Oh, boy.
I saw video of the crew in right field.
I don't think I've ever. Well, tarps off is fairly new.
There's a hot shot. Left field. Base hit. Fermin is 1 for 2 with a walk. Now he's on for Nathan Church, and it's time for Church to get into one of those hot streaks.
We were talking to Ali today, and he really likes the direction Church is going. He mentioned the fact that he had the slump, but he was making good contact, and he had the 2 hits in the first game out in Anaheim. Let's see if he can jumpstart that again.
Church, a strikeout and a foul out, trying to straighten one out now with a runner on the pitch. Church fouls it out of play off to the left. Life is full of challenges, and we never know what someone else may be facing. If you or someone you know needs support, please text or chat with 988 anytime. There is hope, and you're not alone. Learn more at Missouri988.org. The 1-strike pitch way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Church, who has hit 8 home runs. And he can go get the ball in the outfield. Over at first base, Locklear is holding against Jose Fermin. Fought with his 80th pitch, and that is slowly hit to the first baseman. Locklear tags Church going by and on to second base. Jose Fermin, but that's a big run out there at second base.
It is.
Blaze Jordan, he has 18 RBIs, playing in his 29th game with the Cardinals. And Ricky mentioned that Jordan hasn't hit for a lot of power. In fact, only 1 home run, but he has been driving in runs.
Looks like we have a conversation here.
Left-hander throwing in the bullpen with the pitching coach taking a day and a half to get to the mound.
Well, he had a couple of mound visits in Phoenix that I questioned there, and I'm questioning this one also. I'm just not sure. You just got the guy out, and now you're going to mess up his rhythm. I mean, what is new to talk about Blaze Jordan that you didn't know
the first two
times you got him out? I don't get it. Unless if you're just trying to get a guy loose in the pen, that's one thing. But there are other ways to do that. In fact, a long visit here. In fact, he just overstayed his welcome.
You could have had the catcher go out and do what he was doing.
Home plate umpire was out there hurrying him along because you do only have a certain amount of time.
Well, the rule was at the beginning of the year when the umpire touched the dirt, the coach had to leave. But they've kind of relaxed on that like they normally do with a number of rules.
Until you have a penalty with it like a ball on the next batter. And they should do that.
Brandon Garcia, left-hander, is throwing in the bullpen for Arizona. And here's Blaze Jordan. Runner at second, 2 outs in the Cardinals' 6th. Jordan takes a sweeper way outside, backhanded by Moreno.
Pitching and hitting are both rhythm activities. You just don't want to mess with that.
Good lead at second for Fermin. He gets a good secondary lead with the pitch coming in on 1-0. Over at the knees, strike one called. Blaze Jordan's day so far, fly out to right and a ground out to the shortstop, Perdomo. A base hit for Fermin. He moved up on the ground out by Church. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Sweeper outside, 2-1. The Cardinals left the bases loaded in the first and left runners at first and third in the 3rd inning. Then in the 4th, Arizona scored 3 to take the lead and added on a run in the 5th. The 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, and it's challenged.
That one.
Looked like a strike around knee-high level. And it is just low.
Call confirmed. Arizona has 1 challenge remaining.
Just missed by that much.
Sorry about that,
Chief.
3-1, 2 outs. Blaze looking for a go pitch here from Brandon Pfaadt. Here it comes. A swing and a miss through the cutter, down and away. I wonder if the next time the pitching coach goes out there, they'll be in the cone of silence.
That's why he was out there for a long time. They couldn't hear each other. The cone of silence is talking through your mitt, through your baseball glove.
That's what they do now. I mean, they're so conscious of people who can read lips.
3-2, 2 outs. Pfaadt to Jordan. A swing and a high fly ball to center field, and that's in the park. Waldschmidt is under it. He has it, and the Cardinals strand Fermin at second. Ricky will tell you about the 7th inning with Arizona leading 4-2.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Michael McGreevy back out for the top of the 7th inning. We'll see how long he stays in this game, as first batter is a right-handed batter. It's Ryan Waldschmidt. 93 pitches for McGreevy. His 94th was up and in and backed him off the plate. McGreevy has gone 6 innings, given up 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 3, and he's on the short end of a 4-2 score. Arizona with 3 runs in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And Brule continues to throw in the Cardinals' pen. The 1-0 pitch to Waldschmidt is hit hard to center field, but it's going to be played by Church in center, and that will be the last pitch thrown by Michael McGreevy. We're going to have a pitching change. Brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We'll be right back.
The Red Sox got their 4th of July party started early with a 4-game sweep of the struggling Yankees at Fenway.
Can you believe it?
It's the first time the Sox have swept a 4-game series from the Yankees since 2018, and it's largely thanks to the efforts of their red-hot rookie-filled rotation. With the Yankee offense continuing to struggle without Aaron Judge, the Sox pitchers didn't miss a beat. Connolly early set the stage with a 9K performance in a Game 1 duel against Cam Schlittler, while Peyton Tolley provided a strong follow-up act with 7 one-hit innings in Game 2. And the newest rookie, Jake Bennett, got in on the action himself and took home the win in Game 3.
And all of a sudden, the Red Sox are rolling against their arch rival.
But it was the veteran Sonny Gray who provided the showstopper in Game 4, taking a no-hitter into the 8th in his finest start of the year. Jarren Duran capped the sweep with a 10th inning walk-off that kept the Yankees tumbling out of first place.
It is the left-hander Justin Brule who takes over for Michael McGreevy. He went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs. And Brule will face Corbin Carroll, his first batter, and then Perdomo and Moreno eventually, but hopefully just 2 more guys this inning as there's 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Cardinals trailing by 2, and Justin Brule has really turned his season around. He had such a rough start, was having trouble throwing strikes, but has fixed that. More over the top, better movement on his breaking ball, and there's one there. Strike 1 to Carroll, who tripled and scored in the 5th inning.
I think one of the things that's made Brule more effective, he has better tempo. He's not fidgety, he's not kicking the dirt, and he's just going after hitters.
Fastball is inside. Looked pretty good.
No Nolan Arenado today, the new Cardinal killer. He made a nice gesture here recently. I'll tell you after this pitch.
Swing and a miss.
So when he sold his house here in St. Louis, he had a whole basement full of workout equipment, weight room, or just a custom fitted weight room, and the new owners didn't want it. So he donated it to the Live for Life Academy here in St. Louis. Rennie Knott's in charge of that. So he had a box truck worth of weights that he donated. So we appreciate him, and I'm sure Live for Life does as well.
Slider misses outside, 2-2 to Carroll. Brule wears number 47. His pitch is fouled off. So no Arenado or Marte in the lineup today for the D-backs, 2 of their big guns, but they do lead 4-2. Arenado, of course, with 2,000 career hits now as a big leaguer. So congratulations to him for that.
And Carroll has 55 career triples, tied for the most among active players with Starling Marte and Mike Trout.
Swing and a miss. Brule strikes out Carroll for out number 2. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals LLC and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be
disseminated
without the express written consent of the St. Louis
Cardinals.
Brought to you by Brown
and Crouppen,
a great
law
firm. So it's Perdomo to bat with 2 out, nobody on. And there's a off-speed pitch outside. We know that we owe you station ID. We'll try to get to that here. If he fouls this pitch off, maybe we'll do it then. Nice long foul ball down the left field line would be really nice on a 1-0 pitch from Brule to Perdomo. Here comes the pitch, and of course he takes it for a strike, 1-1.
Perdomo, one of the few players that has more walks than hits so far this season. 60 walks, just 50 strikeouts.
Had 2 more walks in the first and third innings today.
And a 1-1 pitch. Here it comes, and that is hit in the air down the left field line. It's going to be fair, so we'll have to do the station ID later. But it is a F7 as Newbar settles underneath it. A 1-2-3 inning for Brule. That sends us to the 7th inning stretch presented by Spectrum, built for big moments. Here for St. Louis, Cardinals trail 4-2.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years of freedom and hard work. I'm Dustin Coleman from Middletown, where those values live on in our work every day. For generations, families like mine have raised pork right here in Missouri, just like generations of Cardinals fans have cheered from the stands. Family, farming, baseball. That's America. So celebrate 250 years, fire up some pork, and enjoy the game.
Brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care and Missouri Pig Farmers. Proud to feed and fuel America's pastime. Learn more at mofarmerscare.com.
Cardinals trailing 4-2. Let's pause right here for Station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Left-hander Brandon Garcia is the new pitcher for the D-backs, and this guy is something else. And the Cardinals go to Nelson Velasquez to pinch hit for Jimmy Crooks. First pitch he sees is taken high for a ball. The numbers for Garcia, extraordinary. Grew up in Rhode Island, and apparently they can grow some pitchers in Rhode Island. He's got a 1.75 ERA in 31 games and over a strikeout an inning. There's a ground ball foul past Pop Warner. The Cardinals need base runners. 1-1 the count. Velasquez has been late a little bit lately. Next pitch to him is a called strike. The 7th inning stretch, by the way, presented by Spectrum. It's internet, mobile, and streaming TV, all from one place.
You know, they've really toyed with Garcia in the upper part of the strike zone. That four-seamer is really giving him problems.
Will be Velasquez, then the top of the order for the Cardinals. Next pitch is swung on and missed. He missed a breaking ball there. So Garcia, again, a guy that strikes out a lot of guys with that nasty slider, gets one there. And the top of the order in Weatherholt. Tuesday, July 28th is Mental Health Awareness Night presented by NAMI St. Louis. Fans with a special theme ticket will take home a Cardinals Mental Health Awareness t-shirt. All the details at cardinals.com/theme. There's a ground ball up the middle. Oh, I wish it had hit the bag. It didn't. It bounces up to Perdomo, and he fires over and gets J.J. Weatherholt, who is out on the first pitch he sees. And the Cardinals are getting close to going a little too quietly here in the bottom of the 7th inning. But it's never quiet when Jordan Walker has an at-bat. Fans have appreciated J-Walk and everything he's done this year, and he has doubled and scored and driven in a run here today. First pitch to him is high for a ball, with Alec Burleson due up next. Cardinals running out of chances. They had a chance to really extend the number early, but have settled for just 2 runs. Pitch to Walker is a strike on the inside corner, and J-Walk is challenging it.
He may have a point on this one.
I think so. It looked inside to me. We'll see. And it was. Alfonso Marquez not excited about that announcement.
You can tell some of these umpires don't like this.
Nope. 2-0 the count. And the pitch to Walker is a called strike. Wanted to have another one just for fun. But it was on the corner. Pitch to Walker is hit hard to right field for a base hit. Inside out swing. He lined it into right field, and the Cardinals now have the tying run coming to the plate, and it's Alec Burleson, who has not hit left-handed pitching very well.
He hit that ball, and it left the infield, looked like a wiffle ball leaving the infield. It just kind of faded farther away from the second baseman, Vargas.
Like maybe cover came off of it or something? Was that the natural that happened then? I think so. Swing and a miss on a slider, and that's going to be a tough pitch for Burley to handle. Again, he's mostly doing the deal with the back arm that Joe Morgan kind of pumping the left elbow to help him hit against lefties a little better. And he grounds that one to the right side. It's past Walker. The second baseman has it, and he throws him out. And that'll do it for the Cardinals. They get a base hit, their 8th hit of the game, but they cannot score. And it's getting late. We go to the 8th inning. The Cardinals trailing 4.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Now 1-on, flips the order over for Fernando. Runner goes, and a fly ball to deep left center field. That is back, and that is very gone. Way back into the bleachers. A mammoth blast in Atlanta.
My, oh my. 2-3 leaned on this ball. Yvonne didn't even turn to look. 474 feet.
Now the longest home run in Major League Baseball this season.
Gabriel Moreno leads off the 8th inning, and he takes a pitch outside from left-hander Justin Brule. Brule struck out Carroll, and he got Perdomo on a fly ball to left field. getting the last 2 outs of the 7th inning on in relief of Michael McGreevy. Brule's next pitch. That's swung on, and that's hit to deep left field. Moving back on it, Nootbaar. The ball's over his head, off the wall. He plays it on the grass in left center, and it's a leadoff double for Moreno. The Diamondbacks have a 4-2 lead, and they're looking to add on. The double by Moreno, his 16th of the year, and his second hit today. Add on a run batted in with a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. The Diamondback catcher has had a good afternoon here in St. Louis. Here's Max Kepler. Swanson is throwing again in the bullpen for the Cardinals, backing up Brule. Here's a bunt, and it goes foul back to the screen with Kepler just poking his bat at the ball. Coming up Sunday, August 9th, 10,000 kids ages 12 and younger will take home their very own Build-A-Bear Fredbird plush, presented by Build-A-Bear Workshop. That's a Fredbird plush on August 9th. Learn more at cardinals.com/promotions. The pitch, Kepler takes a sweeper inside.
Cardinals can ill afford to let another run score.
With a run 7th inning on, are almost impossible to get back. At least it seems that way. Kepler, a walk and a run scored, 0 for 2 officially. The pitch to him. Ground ball right back to Brule, looking the runner back to second. The lob is high to first, but caught over there by Blaze Jordan. Whew, that was a little scary.
That was. You know, you get pitchers in that situation, and they go through PFP through spring training and certainly during the season, but the fact that he had to stop, he looked the runner back to second, and then he just kind of...
He was ready to unload a throw.
Exactly. And then Jordan was moving toward the bag as well.
So a runner at second, 1 out. Here's Del Castillo. He swings and hits the ball through the hole at short into left field, a base hit. Nootbaar up with it. Here is Moreno coming in with the run. The throw goes into second base, and the Diamondbacks lead 5-2.
The ball was hit between Fermin and Wynn, and it's kind of like no man's land. Fermin thought about it, gave up on it, and it just scribbled into left field, and Nootbaar had a hard time getting a good grip to make a throw.
And we're having a pitching change now. Brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care. We'll be right back.
Dominic Canzone. You think about this time a year ago, he was off the radar when you think about it, right?
Canzone plugs this deep out to the gap. Right center field. Dom Canzone. An opening night bomb. And the Mariners have taken the lead.
Well, Dom Canzone picking up right where he left off. This was a sinker, middle part of the plate. Got that foot down, all those adjustments he made with that swing and that lower half last year. A huge contributor.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Matt Swanson inherits a runner at first base. His first pitch taken high. Tim Tawa is playing at first base today. Or he was at first in the original lineup, moved over to third. Here's the pitch that's taken for a strike on the outside corner. We've seen Tawa in the outfield. He's moved all over the place for these Diamondbacks. Because of a sore back, Ketel Marte was scratched, and that put the Diamondbacks in a scramble in their infield. The runner breaks for second. Big jump, and the pitch gets away from Pages going back to the screen. That happened yesterday in Anaheim. Goes as a stolen base for Del Castillo. Pages getting up in a hurry. The ball go whistling past his glove to the bricks behind home plate.
That's the first stolen base for Del Castillo.
The Diamondbacks have put up 5 runs on 9 hits. Runner at second, 1 out. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 2-2 on Tim Tawa. For Swanson, he's pitching in game number 39, a 2-2 record, a 6.31 ERA. From the belt, a look to second, and the 2-2 pitch outside. Missed with the breaking ball wide. Swanson has walked 19, striking out 40. The opponent's at 275 against him. He's allowed 5 home runs in 41 and a third innings. Runner at second, the pitch. Tawa takes outside, and he takes a walk. 2 on, 1 out for Ildemaro Vargas. Vargas 1 for 3, a base hit. That came in the 6th inning. Then he was out on Locklear's double play ball. Vargas way up in the batter's box. Front foot just a few inches from the front line. There's a line drive left field as that goes over Fermin. Fielded by the left fielder Newt Barr. He throws in with the bases loaded now and 1 out. Del Castillo stopped at third. Tawa, it's a runner at second. Vargas at first for Tyler Locklear, who has a double, a 2-run homer, and a double play ball. And right now the Cardinals need a double play ball.
They sure do.
They'll play the corners in tight, halfway with the middle infielders. The runners lead all the way around. The pitch, a swing, and the ball is lined into center for a base hit. That scores Del Castillo. The throw from Church comes all the way in to Pages. The bases are still loaded. It's a 2-run 8th inning, a 6-2 lead now for Arizona.
We mentioned the fact the Cardinals could not give up another run, and now they've given up 2 so far in the inning, and it's not over.
A 3 RBI day and a 3-hit day for Locklear.
And here comes Nolan Arenado.
And a big hand for the former Cardinal, Nolan Arenado. And a tip of the batting helmet for Nolan.
You're used to it, Nolan. It's going to be that way every time you come up to bat.
Number 28. Arenado with the Rockies, the Cardinals, now Arizona. The bases are loaded, and he takes outside. A 2-run homer tied the game last Sunday down in Arizona. The pitch, Arenado goes twisting out of the way of an inside fastball. 2 balls and no strikes.
He has had some big hits in a short time against the Cardinals.
We had a double here in St. Louis to win a game. Had 2 huge hits, helping the Diamondbacks win 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals in Phoenix. He swings and smokes it foul on the third baseline. 2 balls and a strike. Arenado at the plate. Takes a practice swing outside the batter's box. Batting .245. The pitch to him. Arenado has strike 2. Leaning out over the plate. No contact. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 14 home runs. 46 runs batted in and 330 at bats. The infield looking for a hard hit double play ball. Swanson on 2-2. Arenado fouls that one straight back. But Arenado is known for hitting the ball in the air. As he has said many times, I pull home runs.
And how many home runs has he pulled foul here in St. Louis? I mean, he'd get out in front on a pitch, and he had his own little section where you could count on him hitting at least 2 of them there during the course of a game.
The pitch by Swanson outside, 3-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Arenado is grounded into 8 double plays. In 7,137 big league at bats, Nolan has hit .281, 367 home runs, 1,230 runs batted in.
And now over 2,000 hits in his career.
2002. The 3-2 pitch with 1 out. Swanson is ready from the belt. Here it comes. Arenado lines that to right field, driving in another run. The bases are still loaded as Arenado scores Tim Tawa with a soft single to right field. The Cardinals got the line moving in the first inning, but it stopped abruptly when Nathan Church struck out for the second out and Jordan hit a fly ball to right field, leaving the bases loaded. The Cardinals got only 2 runs in the first inning.
Well, the Cardinals are going to leave Matt Swanson out there. He hasn't pitched in a while, and you don't want to burn another pitcher in this situation.
Top of the order now, the 8th batter of the inning, Corbin Carroll. With the bases full, Carroll takes a high fastball. 7-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks as this one is getting away from the Cardinals with a 3-run 8th. They've been out hit 12-8. Swanson wheels, he deals. There's a high pop foul out of play off to the left. More baseballs out to the home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Michael McGreevy was charged with 4 runs today on 7 hits. He walked 3, struck out 3, and allowed a home run. Locklear hit a 2-run homer in the 4th inning that gave the Diamondbacks the lead. Here's a fastball, strike called. 1-2 on Corbin Carroll. He's approaching 100 strikeouts. Carroll has struck out twice today. He's at 98. He has tripled and scored, though. 1 out of 4. With the bases loaded, the 1-2 pitch, a foul ball straight back.
He's not the Corbin Carroll we've been accustomed to seeing. He was in a miserable slump at one point. Started to warm up just a little bit.
Yet an all-star again this year.
Yeah.
4 runs charged to McGreevy, 2 to Brule. With the bases loaded, the pitch, a check swing, and called high. I'm surprised that wasn't challenged. That looked like a strike.
Yeah. At this point, you need everything you can get. You're in the 8th inning. Challenges, you might as well burn them.
The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Carroll takes high, 3-2. The runner at third base, Vargas. Locklear at second. Arenado, an RBI hit, takes his lead at first base. Batter's timeout taken here by Corbin Carroll. And that pitch would have been right at the top of the zone, just barely touching it. But was not challenged. And it's 3-2, bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch on the way. A swing, and that ball is hit foul off to the left. Fermin over by the dugout gives it a look. The ball goes over the screen.
2 3-run innings for Arizona this afternoon. It's hard to come back from that.
On 3-2 with 1 out, the runners lead all the way around for the D-backs. The pitch is swung on, and that is hit foul with home run distance down the right field line. So we pause for an ID here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. A swing and a foul back. Corbin Carroll.
It's not going away quietly.
He is keeping this at bat alive, fouling off pitches against Matt Swanson. Swanson has already topped 20 pitches. This will be number 24 out of the bullpen today. Pitching with 1 out. The bases loaded, 3 runs in. Another 3-2 pitch to the All-Star Carroll. He swings, lifts a high fly ball, rather deep left field. Nootbaar is under it, makes the catch. The runner's tag, and the runner from third comes down the line. Vargas touches home plate, and it's a 4-run 8th inning. Sacrifice fly for Corbin Carroll. First and second, 2 outs, and the 9th batter of the inning is Perdomo. Eight to 2 in favor of the Diamondbacks. Perdomo, 2 walks, 2 fly balls to left field. Swanson's pitch. Called a ball.
Now Gordon Graceffo is now up trying to get loose. You mentioned Swanson at 25 pitches.
Now Clark is getting ready in their bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Swanson walked the first batter he faced, Tim Tawa, then gave up 3 consecutive singles. Vargas, Locklear, Arenado before getting it out with Corbin Carroll on a sacrifice fly. The pitch inside, ball 3, 3-0. 1 more pitch and the bases are loaded again for the Diamondbacks in the 8th inning. Swanson on 3-0. The pitch on the way for Perdomo, taking a strike.
Swanson's control just hasn't been there today.
The runners lead at first and second base, and the 3-1 pitch with 2 outs. Ball 4 high, and the bases are loaded again. And here's the man who started all of this trouble with a double, Gabriel Moreno. The second walk given up by Swanson. Moreno's day so far: base hit, ground out, sacrifice fly, double, and a run scored. They can fatten up his numbers right here as he takes strike 1. First pitch cutter from Swanson.
Moreno's been able to keep that average up most of the season, and he's a pretty good catch and throw guy. He's done a nice job for them.
There's a swing and a base hit to right field. That's going to score Locklear, and they hold the runner at third base. Locklear comes across. Arenado is over at third. Perdomo down to second base, and it's a 9-2 game in favor of Arizona.
This will be Swanson's last battle.
A 2-hit inning for Moreno. With the bases loaded, the pitch low for a ball to Max Kepler.
As Graceffo is ready to go.
Kepler made the first out of the inning. After the double by Moreno, Kepler tapped out to the pitcher. There's a swing and a high fly ball foul. That goes off to the right. And a lot of fans are making their way toward the exits with this 5-run 8th inning.
Traffic should be a little lighter now. It's 6:34.
The next pitch, Kepler takes a ball high, and it's 2-1 on the Diamondback left fielder. The 11th batter of the inning. The bases are loaded. 2 outs. The pitch by Swanson. Strike on the outside corner. 2-2. Arenado, an RBI hit. He's over at third. Perdomo, a walk. He's the runner at second. Moreno, an RBI single. His second hit of the inning. Takes a good lead at first. The 2-2 pitch for Max Kepler. Swung on. That is popped down the left field line, foul territory, into foul ground. There's Fermin, the third baseman. But the Diamondbacks They put a hurt on Cardinal pitching with 5 in the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 9-2 Arizona.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the second oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
One inning for Brandon Garcia, the Arizona left-hander. He gave up a hit, no runs, and he recorded a strikeout. He gives way to Taylor Clark, with Nolan Arenado staying in the game to play third. Tawa goes from third to center field. And here is strike one thrown to Lars Nootbaar. It is late, and the Cardinals are down by 7 now, 9-2. Here's Clark with the sidestep, the kick, his pitch. Arenado gets under this one, sends it high in the air to center field. Tawa came in. Now he goes running back and makes the catch, one step away from the warning track.
Nootbaar got under that one just a little bit.
That traveled a lot farther than I originally thought it would. Nine runs on 13 hits for Arizona today. 2 runs on 8 hits for the Cardinals. The Cardinals led 2-0 until Arizona put up 4 runs, 3 of those in the 4th inning. And a Corbin Carroll triple turned into a run the next inning. Here's a pitch high for Mason Wynn.
It's kind of reminiscent of the game out in Arizona where the Cardinals had the big 7-run lead and Arizona just kept pecking away. But today, Cardinals start off hot.
Here's a pitch up and in. 2 balls, no strikes on Mason.
They get 2 runs early when it looked like it was going to be a bigger inning than that, and they've been cold ever since.
Couldn't get that 3rd run across.
Nope.
Here's Clark into the windup and the pitch. Mason swings, lifting it down the right field line, shading his eyes. Corbin Carroll, he makes a one-handed grab, and the Cardinals are out. The Diamondbacks have had long half innings. The Cardinals have had brief
short half innings for sure, and swinging it early in the counts. I mean, you know, you're trying to put something in play, but this is just one of those days where offensively it's been cut off.
How many hits in the game yesterday for the Cardinals?
4?
3 or 4?
Yeah, not a lot. The Cardinals have not been hitting well recently. I mean, you take away the game on Sunday.
There's a pop-up right side of the infield, and that belongs to Locklear. The first baseman makes the catch just on the grass in fair territory, and the Cardinals are out fast in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Arizona is in command right.
Then, find out why we're called Florida's Golf Capital. With more than 145 beautifully manicured sun-soaked courses, perfect for pros and beginners. When it comes to sports destinations, there's no competition. Curate your vacation at thepalmbeaches.com.
Our game today is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser, enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. We're in the 9th inning, and Del Castillo takes a pitch upstairs from Gordon Graceffo. Graceffo takes over from Matt Swanson, 2/3 of an inning for Matt, 4 hits, 3 runs earned, and he walked 2. A 9-2 lead for the Diamondbacks. Ball 2 up and away. 2-0 on their DH today. Del Castillo. He has a double, a single, a stolen base, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. The pitch to the left-handed batter, ball 3 up and away. Graybar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, and maintain your operations.
Yep.
Graybar does that.
Ryan Thompson's now warming up in the Arizona bullpen. He's a right-hander.
The pitch by Graceffo, a strike called on the outside corner. Graceffo on 3-1. A swing and a miss. Changeup on a 3-1 pitch. Here's Graceffo on the full count offering with nobody out, top of the 9th inning. And there is a smash into right field going in between Weatherholt and Blaze Jordan. A base hit for Del Castillo and a 3-hit day for him.
He's a good-looking player. We saw him in Arizona. He had a couple of big hits, but he has a chance to make an impact on this ball club.
He was with them when they were here the first time. Infield a double play, depth the pitch. Tawa half swing and a foul back to the screen. Tawa started out in the original lineup. He was going to play first base, but shifted over to third when their leadoff batter, Ketel Marte, was scratched because of a sore back. So he moved to third base and then moved to center field when Nolan Arenado came in as a pinch hitter and stayed in to play third. The pitch is fouled off to the left, and it's 2 strikes on Tawa. The Diamondbacks batted around +2, scored 5 times on 6 hits. They were aided by a couple of walks. Here's the 2-strike pitch for Tim Tawa. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arizona started the day 53-49. The Cardinals at 52-49. And the Diamondbacks have the edge in the season series, trying to win for the 5th time in 7 games. The 1-2, a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. That's strike 3 on Tawa. Graceffo strikes out. Tawa leading to Ildemaro Vargas. Good changeup. And that brings up a strikeout for Graceffo. Church, Blaze Jordan, Pedro Pajes coming up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch in the dirt. 1-0 on Ildemaro Vargas.
Vargas has had more than one tour of duty here with Arizona.
The pitch, a strike. And Arizona must like him. They keep calling him back.
He's one of those guys that doesn't strike out a lot. He can play multiple positions.
Well, as a team, this team puts the ball in play.
They do that.
To the tune of 14 hits today and 9 runs. Didn't get into the scoring column until they put up 3 runs in the 4th inning. The pitch low for a ball. New ball will be thrown to the mound by Pajes, and a 2-1 count on Vargas. But Arizona scored 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 5 in the 8th inning to go up 9-2. Blaze Jordan plays behind the runner. Del Castillo at first base. Now the pitch. Fastball high. That one got away from the Cardinal right-hander, Gordon Graceffo. Graceffo has thrown 12 pitches, number 13 coming up here out of the bullpen as he opened up the 9th inning, giving up a hit to Del Castillo, who takes a lead at first. The pitch. There's a hot shot, and it's past the diving second baseman Weatherholt. Gave it his all, but the ball went shooting past him into right field. Del Castillo stops at second. Vargas has his 3rd hit. He had 2 ground outs and now 3 consecutive singles.
One thing about this Arizona Diamondback team, everybody's getting in on the fun with 15 hits.
Going through their lineup, Carroll 1 hit, but that was a triple. He scored a run. Perdomo is 0 for 2 in the number 2 spot, yet he has walked 3 times. Moreno has a sacrifice fly and 3 hits today. The pitch in for a strike to Locklear.
Kepler has yet to get a hit, but he does have a walk.
And a run scored. 3 hits for Del Castillo. A sacrifice fly, single, walk, a run scored for Tawa. 3 hits in a row for Vargas, who's on first base. Locklear at the plate, a 3-hit day. And he is jammed, fouling one back to the screen. 0-2 on him. Locklear with a double, a homer, a single, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. Waldschmidt did not have a hit in 3 at-bats, but his pinch hitter, Nolan Arenado, singled in a run and stayed in to play third base. The 2-strike pitch here for Tyler Locklear. Graceffo brings it in, jammed him again, the foul ball back to the screen.
Cardinals going to have to step back and take a look at what can they do. A, they have to score some more runs, but B, from a bullpen standpoint, they're putting some innings and a lot of pitches on some of their guys in the bullpen at this point.
Here's Graceffo. His pitch is fouled. That goes off Pajes and the home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez. The count stays 2 strikes.
You have 5 guys with over 40 appearances and 1 guy at 39 appearances. A lot of work.
The 2-strike pitch. 1 out, 2 runners on. There's a sweeper outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And JoJo Romero was getting his share of the work before he had to go out with appendicitis.
Yeah, talking to Ali today, they have no idea, no timetable on when he'll be able to come back. And even when he's healthy, John, he's has to go somewhere and build himself up again.
That he will. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Graceffo strikes out Locklear. Got him to reach for a slider out of the zone. Single strikeout, single strikeout. Well, let's break that trend as Arenado's coming to the plate. Nolan with a soft single into right field drove in a run. The fans applaud Arenado as he stands back in. 2003 career hits for Nolan Arenado. He looks at a fastball strike right down the middle. Church plays in a little bit in center field and a step or 2 toward left, a deep left field for Lars Nootbaar. The 1-strike pitch coming up. Jammed him at a foul ball off Arenado's left leg. 2 strikes on the gold and platinum glove third baseman. Nolan Arenado out of El Toro High School in Lake Forest, California. You were over there in his old neighborhood.
We were. I mean, you have him, you have Nathan Church, Andre Palante, Michael McGreevy, all those guys in that same neck of the woods.
2 on, 2 outs, the pitch. Foul out of play off to the right. This has turned into our long day's journey into night.
Yes. You know, it was funny. I was talking to one of the Arizona Diamondback broadcasters, and we'll have a quick one today. We'll get out of here on time and get into D.C. at a reasonable hour.
The pitch is swung on, and that's fouled out of play off to the right.
Whenever you start talking like that, you could expect the opposite.
Well, going into D.C., he might get to the hotel by 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern.
They stay the same place we do, so.
Flying to Dulles.
Yeah.
The pitch, slider away, a check swing. Arenado did not go. Nolan up for a second at bat today. Didn't start the game.
One of the kids who caught the foul ball, well, his dad gave her the foul ball and she threw it back out the stands.
There's a line drive into left field, a base hit. The runner's being waved around. Here's Nootbaar's throw in, and it's cut off by Fermin. Del Castillo led off with a single, and he scores on a 2-out hit by Arenado. 2 hits today for Nolan and 2 runs batted in. It's a 10-2 lead for Arizona.
I told you, John, he's the new Cardinal killer.
Then here's Corbin Carroll. So the trend continues. Single, strikeout, single, strikeout, single. Carroll, you're going to strike out here. If the trend continues.
Let's hope it does for this.
He has struck out twice today. Sacrifice fly in the 8th inning. The pitch. Foul ball. There's a start. 1 strike on Carroll. Fly out, strikeout, triple, and a run scored. He has 55 career triples now. 12 this season. He struck out in the 7th. That was facing Brule. And got a sacrifice fly in the 8th, and he takes a ball in the dirt. The Cardinal side of the scorecard looks a little busy for the first 3 innings, but not so much after that.
Yeah, 8 hits early, and then it dried up quickly.
Only 3 base runners since then. The pitch. Waiting for a hanging curve, a 1-hopper to second. Wetherhold gets it and throws to second to retire Arenado coming down. 4-6 on the force play. But the Diamondbacks have added on. We go to the bottom of the 9th.
He dives and makes the catch and brings Fenway to its feet, because he always does.
Slides, and he's got it. What a catch by Eli. That saved the day.
In his Kerrigan, he makes a sliding catch.
Makes the play. The throw is in time to get the out. On the warning track, he reaches up. A fine running grab by Jorge Barosa.
You get spoiled watching a guy cover ground the way he does. Spectacular catch.
He got it. He hung with the play right at the wall.
Harris on his horse, and he makes the catch. Throw to third, tag out. Wow. Back to first. I said I like double plays, boom.
One of the wildest, wackiest double plays you'll ever see.
Down the third baseline, there's Ortiz. Plants the foot, fires across, picked by Bowers. Emerson able to get to it, pop up, and throw a missile to first base. Diving catch.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, diamond dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here, and he loses his footing.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain.
With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I'll ever remember.
Line shot.
Got a chance.
Yeah, that looks like it would have been a home run, fellas.
Or visit forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
It's Ryan Thompson coming up trying to mop this one up for Brandon Pfaadt. With the Diamondbacks leading 10-2, and the Cardinals bat in the bottom of the 9th, showing bunt. Church fouls it off. You had Arenado playing so deep at third, and the Cardinals need base runners. Not a bad idea. Church normally a very good bunter, but he had a pitch down and in to try to bunt and fouled it off.
You're not going to get this back in one swing. You have to have some traffic.
Lots of it. The pitch from the sidewinder, ground ball, right side, right field, base hit. Those side-arm to submarining right-handers, left-handed batters seem to have the edge, seeing the pitch out of the hand a little bit better.
Thompson, he maxes out about 92 miles an hour on anything he throws, but you're right. Those
doesn't throw much that you'd say is straight.
No. But those left-handed hitters get a good look at it.
Now right-handed batter and a sinker down and in. Ball one to Blaze Jordan. Thompson is 4-2 with a 2.95 ERA. It's his 42nd game. 36 2/3 and now 39 hits allowed as Church takes his lead at first base. Thompson's pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball just off the plate. Jordan adjusting his batting helmet, standing deep in the box. Thompson's pitch. Jordan swings and gets under this one into short center field. Perdomo, the shortstop, an over-the-shoulder catch about 20 feet out on the grass. Before Pedro Pajes comes up to bat, let's pause for an ID here on the Cardinal Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Along with Mike Claiborne, Ricky Horton, our producer-engineer, Jim Jackson, I'm John Rooney at Busch Stadium. Strike one called. Pedro Pajes batting for the first time today. Velasquez pinch hit for Jimmy Crooks and struck out back in the 7th, and Pajes took over behind the plate. There's a swing and a miss. Big breaking ball from the sidewinding right-hander Ryan Thompson. Taylor Clark, 1 inning, zeros across the board as he got 2 fly ball outs and a pop out. The 4th pitcher of the day for Arizona is Ryan Thompson. Thompson's pitch. That swung on and fouled off by Pedro Pajes, who couldn't answer the call yesterday. He wasn't feeling well at all in Anaheim.
He had a little bit of the stomach bug, and they just thought as a precaution to sit him out. Saw him today. He said he's ripped, roaring, ready to go.
He has a 2-strike count. Church led off the inning with a base hit. Blaze Jordan popped out into short center, and there's a big sweeper outside. 1-2. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile, the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 Major League parks. Visit MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. A foul ball off to the left, 1-2. Cincinnati will be here for a 3-game series beginning tomorrow night. Dustin May, 5-7 for the Cardinals. Rhett Lauder, 3-7 for the Reds. Airtime at 6:20. The pitch. Pajes hits that off the end of the bat, popping it up behind the plate, throwing the mask away. There's Moreno to put it away, 2 down. The Cardinals are down to their last out. One catcher takes care of the other. Weatherholt led off the game with an infield hit. The Cardinals had 4 hits in a row in the first inning. Weatherholt single. He scored on a double by Jordan Walker. Burleson an infield hit. Lars Nootbaar a base hit to left, scoring the second run. Mason Wynn a fly ball to center that moved runners to second and third. Here's a strike into Weatherholt. But after that, Fermin walked to load the bases. Nathan Church struck out. Blaze Jordan a fly out to right field. And the Cardinals got only 2 out of it, leaving the bases loaded. The pitch in the dirt. But Claves, I had the eerie feeling when the Cardinals had Burleson at third with 1 out in the 3rd inning and didn't get him in, they might regret missing that opportunity.
Point. They had a chance to come back and add to the lead. When you strand runners early in the game, you just give that other team momentum.
The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss by Weatherholt. The Cardinals are down to their last strike. Church is over at first base. He's been there since leading off the 9th inning. The pitch to Weatherholt. He takes inside, 2-2.
And Brian Torres is out on deck, so they have Walker out of the game now.
Weatherholt is trying to extend the game to give Torres an at-bat. The 2-2 pitch with 2 outs, and that is hit fair into left field. With Arenado playing like a shortstop, Weatherholt hit the ball the other way. Church stops at second, and Torres will get an at-bat here in this one.
John, this is our first year actually watching J.J. Weatherholt, and I am just so intrigued by his ability to go the other way with authority and just the way he can just guide balls into the outfield. Not to mention he can hit them 400 feet the opposite way, too.
Torres bench hitting after Walker had a 2-for-4 day. Torres, a left-handed batter with 2 on, takes a strike on the inside corner. Right there, dotting the corner. Ryan Thompson gets a hit. Torres hitting at .203, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. And the team he got his first big league hit and home run against, Cincinnati's coming in here tomorrow. There's a sweeper inside, and that is taken for a ball. Thought it may have hit him.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the catcher in the heel of the glove.
They're checking with the video room to see that Torres was not hit by the pitch. We play on. Did it hit his bat for strike 2?
It may have hit the knob, but he holds the bat down low.
Well, they have an 0-2 count up there on the board.
So it may have hit the knob and then hit the catcher in the heel of the glove.
So the Cardinals are down to their last strike. The pitch to Torres, and that gets away from Moreno. The runners move up. Church to third, Weatherholt down to second. It goes as a wild pitch thrown by Thompson. Arizona with 16 hits today. The Cardinals with 10, but Arizona leads by 8 with 2 outs in the 9th. Torres swings and chops this one foul. Stubby Clapp picks it in the first base coach's box. Here's Ryan Thompson listening in for the sign. Gabriel Moreno puts down the target. And a 1-2 pitch with 2 on, 2 outs. Torres swings and fouls that one off.
Just got a piece of it.
Torres has been a batting champion in the minors, 11 years trying to get to the big leagues. And made his debut in Cincinnati and had a good doubleheader. There he is batting for Jordan Walker with the Cardinals down by 8. The pitch is swung on and a base hit to right field. That scores 1. The Cardinals are waving around another. The throw coming to the plate too late. A 2 RBI pinch hit single for Torres. The Cardinals trail 10-4.
Torres wasn't going down without a fight. He battled Thompson. Thompson just laid one right there in the middle of the plate, and he had no choice but to put wood on it.
Well, Torres made the most of his opportunity on this late Thursday afternoon.
He fouled off some really good pitches to have a chance at that.
Here's Alec Burleson. Burleson swings and he hits that down the right field line. Torres is going to make third. Burleson is going to make second. Second and third with 2 down. And oh my, that 5-run 8th inning.
We have a whole new ball game if you don't have that inning.
Burleson with his 3rd hit today, his 25th double, his 2nd double in this game. And here is Lars Nootbaar. Will that force Arizona to get another pitcher throwing? Yes, indeed.
Yes, it does.
And here comes the pitching coach riding that turtle out to the mound.
I think when the Diamondbacks think about what they did to the Cardinals.
And Brian Kaplan is on that slow walk again. As the D-backs get a right-hander throwing, backing up Thompson.
Arizona only has one lefty in their pen. That's Brian Garcia.
Well, here's their closer, Sewald, who's up and throwing, and they have to play a series beginning tomorrow night in D.C.
Talk about not taking any chances.
If Newbar hits one into the Cardinal bullpen here, it's a 3-run ball game. Newbar's just trying to keep the line moving. He has 1 hit in 4 at-bats, an RBI single in the first. The pitch, Newbar takes strike 1. Second and third. Torres, who singled in 2, is the runner at third base. Burleson down at second with his 3rd hit today. The 1-strike pitch from Thompson. Swung on, and that is laced into right center field. A base hit, and 2 runs are going to score. Newbar drives in 2 more, scoring Torres and Burleson. And I smell the coffee brewing. It's a 10-6 game, Arizona. The Cards have scored 6. That means you score 60-cent drinks tomorrow at On the Run. A 3 RBI day for Lars Nootbaar.
So you have your closer. He should be ready, but you have to let Thompson stay out there for a little while longer.
Here's the 8th batter in the inning, Wynn. Mason takes a strike, and that's being challenged by Mason Wynn. That was a hanger.
Close. That's going to be very close.
Well, the Cardinals have 2 challenges. They're down to their last out.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That was just barely at the upper part of the zone.
The width of the seam of the baseball.
If that. The strike 1 pitch. Wynn takes a sweeper outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wynn with a fly ball to the track and center, a walk, a tap out to the pitcher, and a fly ball to right. 0 for 3 today. Newbar at first. The pitch. Wynn takes a slider outside.
Wynn had 1 foot in the bucket, not being able to pick up that pitch out of Thompson's hand.
Well, Thompson is well over 20 pitches. This is the 28th pitch of the inning for him. Wynn swings and hits it hard to the second baseman. Played on a hop. The throw by Vargas in time to retire Wynn, and this ball game has come to an end. But the Cardinals put up 4 runs in the 9th inning after 2 outs. And Arizona wins this one 10-6. Claves and I will talk about it after this.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, Can of Corn.
Easy fly ball.
23-year-old flamethrower Chase Burns, the 2nd overall pick in 2024.
The pitch blew by you. Strike 3 right over the outside corner, 2 down.
That might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game.
Make it 2. It's a half dozen Ks for Chase Burns.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
That one had a bit of bite to it. Kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first batter of this inning hit.
Second, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing.
You're normally supposed to win that game, but the bullpen just couldn't hold on. Michael McGreevy gave him a chance early. He scattered some hits along the way, but the pitching just wasn't there, and certainly the hitting wasn't as timely as it needed to be.
Well, the Cardinals only won 2 games out of 7 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're done with them for the year. Now we focus on division opponents, Cincinnati and the Cubs, beginning tomorrow night with the Reds.
And you have to do some business within your own division. And in Cincinnati, their pitching is starting to come around just a little bit. And then, of course, the Chicago Cubs, you know what you're going to get what they roll into town. So this is a very important week.
That it is, with the Cardinals dropping the first game, a makeup game of a rainout earlier this season, as Arizona put up 3 in the 4th to take the lead, added on in the 5th, 5 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to go up 10-2. And then with 2 outs, the Cardinals were able to score 4 times, 2 on a single by pinch hitter Brian Torres, the other 2 on Lars Nootbaar's 2-out base hit, giving Nootbaar a 3 RBI day.
Yeah, Nootbaar was good today, and they had the line moving, but they just didn't have enough participants in the line, and that really was one of the differences in the game. But you have to wonder what this team is going to look like with Cincinnati rolling in. And the other thing is this, your bullpen, they've got to come together. They have to figure out how to throw some strikes that aren't going to get hit, and that's something that they're going to have to really think about, because Cincinnati has some free swingers on their ball club.
The final today, Arizona 10, the Cardinals 6, and our play of the game is presented by Marriott St. Louis Grand. Book your Grand Slam Cardinals ticket package. You can do that right now. We'll hear the play when we come back.